What up, guys? Before we start this, before I get off here and start this, what we about to do? Sky News Justice Department said something. That's another 30 million for lying. You said it doesn't matter. I'm on Sky News, and you told. Hold on, let's stop this right fast because I want everybody on my thing to realize what is going on here and what we about to say. What we about to say. Sky News and the Justice Department say by law, it doesn't matter white, black, Mexican, or anything, but you file by law, right? But when it comes to disability, you don't. When the government have broke that rule and the mayor have broke that rule and lied, you don't. When the yellow breeze in them terrorize me and call me dumb and retarded, you don't, right? Don't say things when you say by law, it doesn't matter. You do this by law and you stall with the enemy. You stall with them. So you're just, I'm about to sue you for lying, for telling a lie because that's not by law. You, the Justice Department, say doesn't matter, black, white. You see, Sky News. You see, I've been having my eyes on Capitol and hearing you for a long time. When the call center broke the rules of taunting me, hanging up in our face, neglecting abuse. But you tell me you do everything by law when the communities want things different. It doesn't matter what you think, right? But if Senator Ted and them tells you something, you do it, right? And the community is more important than anything than a person got a disability and getting this job. You don't want to hear what we got to say. Let me tell you, the mayor did wrong, but you got the nerve to say something that you know you're lying about. Because if it's a disability and your community have did wrong in a certain part of society, how can you understand it? So I had to sue you for each time. Now you telling another lie. You let them, when I called you and Senator Ted and the Attorney General, when I reached out to you, you let the racism of the state of Texas carry out that threat and put me in jail with the judge. And they know they was wrong. And the mayor's side. So I'm gonna get you for another lie. I'm gonna get you for another lie that you tell yourself every day. I told you, like I told people, watch them out Catholic. People will get people to lie to try to get dirt to lie and do all of those things, right? Then you told another lie, right? Come on, man. Come on when you telling lies beyond lies. Come on. Drake talked about me and racism shots was being thrown at me in the community in Carrollton and Dallas, but you didn't want to hear me when the 911 was taunting. But you supposed to be communicating with the Justice Department, but you let them carry out that threat and the judge, right? You get no respect. Don't sit up that the word that you're talking about is gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you when you let that lying judge and that lying mayor carry out that threat. It's gonna cost you just to see about. It doesn't matter black or white or color. Why would you tell that lie? Why would you tell that lie? See, you're throwing fire where you got a racist problem, and I give all of you time, and I'm giving you time now. You're letting the mayor sit there after he said racist things to get in there. After the 911 turned, and now they trying to have a pat on the shoulder. You let them carry out that threat. And I'm going to make you an example. You let the black and you let governor of the state of Texas, when the mayor's wrong, carry out their threat when they did me wrong. And you still tell another lie, right? What a mayor assistant called, I had to do more research about the business, right? I had to talk to other people in my platform, right? But the mayor, with his lies, right? The mayor, the people that got an opinion about their tax dollars and how disability is getting treated. Where those calls at? Ms. Nancy told me they got those calls, right? So you talking about that neglect, that taunting, hanging up in our face, that got to stop. Telling us you can't help us, and they still doing it. It's about to stop. That's about to stop right now. You want information, you have to listen. That has to stop right now. We're not got to do this game. I watch Capitol Hill every time. I argue with a lady in 2019. I can't decide the discipline. I can't decide the discipline for people, right? After I got treated bad and turning and laughing, and not my decision. What? And let's make that decision. Me and you in Capitol Hill then. Let's make that decision. Let's make that decision. Me and you in Capitol Hill then. Let's make that decision then. Let's talk about it. But don't sit up there and lie when you lying through your teeth. And sit up there and lie. And I'm going to tell the civil rights, you just told a lie because you let that lying judge and that lying mayor and the city of Dallas carry out that threat. And I know I was innocent. See, Joe Biden, you think Governor Abbott knew everything. You know, when Mrs. Trump told, I started to not to trust it. You think Trump told him everything? When Texas got a problem? Racist words was being said in that community. You dummy, you were talking and tagging that God said, don't lie when I'm giving you eye contact. And you let them carry out that threat. They know I was messaging you. The DA know I was messaging you, and they carried out that racist threat. I'm sorry. They carried out that racist threat. They carried it out. They carried out that racist threat. They carried it out. But I'm trying to talk here, and people trying to stop me from having a voice when I'm dealing with racist communities. I'm not going to take it. When the streets in the community want me to be on the streets and they think about themselves. Walmart did me wrong and lied. Let me tell you something, Justice Department. I want you to know something. When I was working at 1216, you know what Russell and that person called me in there and said, you dumb, you retarded, and you stupid, right? But Governor Abbott wanted to ask where your tax dollar at, and everybody think we had it easy when we dealing with racism, right? You think that was Texas when they could ask about their tax dollars in the mall, right? And I lost a friend because of that piece of jewelry, that thing you say in the mall, right? You talk about honesty, where racism at in the community, and you want the senator in them. You listen to the senators and you play by their rules. You being controlled, right? Don't play me when you being controlled. Senator Ted and them and the senator told me everything I needed to know. Don't lie to me when they want their point of views to be heard, and we can't get our point of views to be heard in the black society where disability. You know what I say? Disability owe us. We should start sanctuary in businesses, penalizing business on taxes for disability. $10,000 when taxes, sanctuary, every income tax, they have to pay $10,000 sanctuary. But they went in it because they would get a disability grant to make sure they manage everybody from the government, right? They went in the end too, right? I have a lot of ideas for Walmart too, where that's going to help and put other employees in position and see as people that can help them out on the computer, because Social Security don't do nothing. The Ticket to Work program, let me tell you what they do. All they do is fill out the application and we going on the jobs. That's all they do. And we going on the jobs, right? That's all they doing. We got to go through the racism. We got to go through the black and the white employees that's going to treat us bad. We have to go through that. And then they lied to me and said, ticket, when I was telling them, they hung up in my face and cut me off without understanding why I was transitioning into jobs. And I had to deal with the Walmart 1216. But Trump put me in this situation, right? By talking about Social Security, live to get, no, they owe us. When the business gonna get out of debt? They need to pay their fair share to disability. They owe us. When the business gonna get the death when they owe us? God said it's not their time, it's our time. But I'm a dangerous, and this is what they want when they put me in this tough situation, right? You know what I told the senators? I found out the senator's address. I found out the senator's address. And you know when I found out the senator's address? You're unworthy of your title because you care about them more, right? You care about them more, right? But you can't hear what we got to say when they hang up and they live. I just sued Ticket to Work program and PFW. Now I got to wait through the process because Governor Advocates, his community had a problem, but they don't like it when God fight back, right? They don't like when God go through the process to sue DFW and go back to Kroger's, right? You don't like those things when we got to fight back, when your community and your society got a problem, and I had to sue the Social Security, right? And the Ticket to Work program, right? What was said in Irving when that lady did say something to me? Shut up and go sit. No, right? And said some other words, and my Ticket to Work program got mad. If you don't like it, hit and quit, right? And how they treat us in the building. The lady had tongue thumbs over here. You know what she talked about? What she said? Oh, they don't care about you, right? Wait when we get them on. Watch what we doing. And she talking about when I came in there the second time to talk to her manager, she had another thing to say, right? She had another thing to say, right? But you want to sacrifice some of people, kids, think about what freedom you fighting for. That's sad. You know the community got a problem, and it's sad, man. It's sad that you put me through this. And it's sad that Trump has put me through this and what happened in that mall. No, you know, God said, you told your mama everything that you needed to tell her. You told her the truth. But you told her another thing where they tried to use my phone call. I told my mama exactly what I told her. I want them here. And then the doctor tried to keep me in there. And then he tried to talk about money I don't even have when they took a racism, when I've been connecting with other people. Now, I asked for the prosecutors to be arrested. I asked for Judge Kennedy to be arrested. One thing I'm not going to take no for an answer. When I want the DEA, and they try, you giving them time to lie and come up with crooked behavior. You giving them time to come up with crooked behavior. You giving the mayor, then they talking about, oh, no, he has to be removed. Him and his city hall members, racism on this city. That's what he said, right? I own this city, racism, right? That means we got a problem here. Houston, America, we have a problem. Dispatch, we have a problem, right? We have a problem. So America, channel, we have a problem. Like I'm on a walkie-talkie and I'm dispatcher. We have a problem. We have a problem, Justice Department, and I'm gonna sue you for lying. All right, I'm gonna sue you for it because you're letting the mayor lie. You letting the city hall members lie, and you certainly letting hip hop and Yellow Breeze and them get away with it. And the police annoyed me and laughed, and now they talk about the 911 calls, right? Right? But you care about them more, right? That was Senator Ted and them, right? Our voice don't have no. You know what I could do in the election? We can play this game if we want to play with it. See, when I was in Newman Smith High School, my teacher, Miss Chastity, worked on the legislative branches, is what the senators know, and worked on everything. So when the right time was come, I had to remember at Newman Smith High School in Carrollton what they taught me. So right when I needed to reach out, I remember everything they taught me. How do you think I found out about you? You think you're really that clever? How you think I? They know they was wrong. They know they was wrong. Let me tell you something. After I messaged that Justice Department and the Attorney General, the spirit behavior of them caused a lot of confusion. They looked at me as soon as the DA looked at me, and I could tell it on their face. God, they have lost. They have lost because they side with the community with racism. Look at the cameras when the DA looked at me. You think you got to figure it out? Their facial expression told everything it needed to know. But after what I've been through and you put me through, the community put me through, terrorizing, with street takeover, calling me dumb and retarded, you scared of your little brother, antagonising the mindset when I was walking with a girl in character, laughing, taunting, and they still doing it, right? God said, why would I want to eat with somebody dishonesty and you broke my trust? Trap Boy Freddy said something, he innocent. He was involved with it. He must have been there, but he planned it with the rest of Big Tuck and the rest of them in Dallas. And the rest of them, he planned it with the terrorism, the intimidation. He planned it, right? So he can play innocent all he want, God said, but he was a part of it. He must have been there when he get other people to do his dirty work. Him and Yellow Breeze and MO3 and Boosie, but he was a part of it. Now Boosie talking about getting away with something. Let me tell you something, what I had to do. And other people still trying me and lying. What I had to do, I had to ask Joe Biden and Senator Harris for a favor. To go to tell BG to whisper through the prisons for me. That Boosie lie, and he think it's funny. Boosie think it's funny. He really think it's funny, man. He really think it's funny. BG got out early because I asked Senator Harris and Joe Biden for a favor. He think it's funny. That's not funny to lie, man. That's not funny to lie and smile and click with all of that. That's not funny. Since you let the mayor and the state of Texas lie, I'm going to take care of you. Since you let them lie, I'm going to take care of you. That's another 30. You're lying out your teeth. Since you let the mayor, you didn't want to be, you let him carry out that threat. And you let Judge Kennedy, when you look at that camera, she knows she was wrong, God said. And she still carried out that arrest me. So let me tell you something. When you put somebody through, I want her arrested. And I'm going to have what I want. She's not going to give me a check and think it's all groovy. No, I want my check and I want her arrested with the prosecutors. No. Oh, I made a mistake. No. You're going to get exactly what you deserve. We can handle this the easy way or we can handle this the hard way. And to make sure things are in the playing field, I filed a civil rights complaint on the Supreme Court. We could do it in the Texas too, to make sure no ends are lost, to make this very understanding of how serious this is and what Judge Kennedy, the prosecutor, did. So I told you community kept saying open up, right? But if they keep lying and they keep participating and not give me my money and give me my justice, we're gonna stay right here. We ain't going nowhere. I ain't trying to kick it. The more your community keep lying, and then your police gonna, then while that they're gonna sit up there and talk about showing me camera footage. No, that's intimidation. You wanted to, I was no threat to the public. And they forced something on me, right? When I was no threat and you wanted to stand your ground, you don't need to stand your ground and you got other things to do in the community. You should be doing something else than mess with me that this on my pad. You should be doing something else. But I gave you the accounts to seek out the liars, right? God said, we the truth, why they lie, and Boosie and Mo3 lie. But this is not what this is about. This was not what this is about. I want my justice. I'm not trying to, they don't want to change in these businesses. And I'm not going to give racism business and black and white in business a chance to define who I am and break me with racism. I learned on my own time. Oh yeah, we about to focus. We about to focus. We ain't trying to hang out. When I'm out there with my pad, I talk about my shows. I talk about things. I'm not talking about bangman. I'm out there doing the things that I want to talk about and having fun. My movies. What we like? What the topic of conversation? I'm a Game of the Throne fan. I'm a Marvel fan. The movies that I like. And I'm on my social media talking about those things, and it's different from the streets and hip hop because I'm able to mix it up a little bit. I'm able to show the world that I don't have to just, I love hip hop, but I don't want people when they interview me, if I get interviewed one day, I don't just want them to interview me about hip hop. I want it to be the more of the discussion of the shows, the TV series, and the more the things or those things that I love to do in those formats. Local Love was my favorite movie. I can't think straight in a couple of other movies that I like. The show, Dawson Creek, and all the other shows that I like. Tim the Tool Man, Buffy the Vampire, Rosie O'Donnell Show, it's Go Angel, Charm, the original Charm. The new Charm is kind of good. Um, Twilight. Nobody. When you ask me, I want you to ask me when I get interviewed. I want you to ask me about the different parts of the shows that I like. Degrassi. When I get what on my show at Degrassi, if I get interviewed and they ask me about Drake, what is my show about my favorite Degrassi moment and how I think that Drake made the impact, because he made the impact. He played the part more than anybody knows in there. You know, what is my favorite part? And the way I watched the new Degrassi, I tried to get into it, but it's nothing like the Drake Degrassi. It's nothing like that. And I get in that weird moment when if I get into these shows, I only watch the second episode. I didn't get deep into it because I don't want to be disappointed. Like, I don't want to be disappointed. It's just gonna be good at the Degrassi with Drake. It's just gonna be good. Like I had to understand it. Like, is it gonna be good? Like, you know, I got a scene that I posted up with him. We talk about the relationship, and then Another scene with the other girl when he his when her, when after they had a baby he died. Like that was the most part. Like I hated because the grass had been through so much in that generation, and I hated that he got stabbed and he died after they had a baby with glasses. I didn't like that concept. I was like so mad at that in those concept, like so mad in those concept in those concept, and I was like, hold up. I was actually mad. Like, when I talk about my Twilight, I was first the clips of Twilight, the clips when they first met with each other. One of the movies, I was actually she was shy when we first got around new people. It was actually trying to connect, and that shows you how real life is when you're in the school and you go into a school or in a community, whatever that is, and you new in a community or school. That will show you people can be shy because you haven't met nobody and you're trying to get the place where you can fit in and interact as you do. In Twilight, it shows so many things to it with Bella. She was actually shy with everybody. Strike Back is my favorite show. South of Nowhere, Homeland. Um, Denzel Washington, he had did so much, and I wanted to go see him on the big. He deserved to be on the big screen, and we never got the chance to see Denzel Washington on the big screen, and he deserved it. Like he's making movies, but we are not getting that. Come on, how many of y'all think he deserved it? And we never got to see him on a big screen. How many of you think he deserved it? He deserved it. So if they make a Man on Fire too, Denzel Washington thought, and one thing he had sight, he had sight and vision, so he will remember where he's at. So is if they make a Man on Fire too, can Denzel Washington break himself out of that? Can he break himself out of that and fight his way out? And I'm looking for them to make that. I want that movie to hit the theaters. Maybe they made after the kid got found, they looking for the way to get him back. Maybe the concept of Man on Fire 2, the family gonna find a way. Let's find out this is not what's and let's find a way to get him back. How can that play out with that? Can they find a way to get him back? Can Man on Fire could be a different? Can we find a way to fight? I really want to see a part two of Giselle Washington. I really want to see a part two, and I want to see him fight his way out of that, because that's what Americans do, and that's what we do when we protect. And a bodyguard is at that point. So I really want to see Denzel Washington and all the rest of that. So those are the things I want to see out of Denzel Washington. Like he got the talent. He's been that good. Like he's got it, and we know when we watch him in it, we're gonna see good results. Anything that Denzel Washington played, we're gonna get something good out of it. And I think people need to see that in a different light, and all of his movies need to hit the big screen. I don't know why they didn't hit the big screen. But as he get older, I would like to see Denzel Washington get into TV shows and have a family play a family movie where he have kids or whatever. He have kids, but it never been in that exactly way like you wanted him to play in. Like literally. So, I love it when other actors adventure out. and to the scene and playing. I watched some with Vin Diesel. He played in the Army movie, and he only had a part of it. And I'm like, hold up for a second, hold up. And if he had a part of it, he had a part of it. And I'm like, it's no good that you give him one scene. It's Vin Diesel, for God's sakes. What the heck wrong with you? I'm doing good. It's Vin Diesel, and you give him one part. Come on, man. I didn't like that. And once Vin Diesel left the movie, he was just in that one part. I didn't want to see it anymore. If you're gonna have Vin Diesel in the Army movie, you must understand you gotta keep him through the whole movie. You gotta keep him through the whole movie. Now, Police Academy is my favorite show of growing up because I'm gonna talk about this. This is about politics and Mahoney, and the rest of them. If they're gonna make another, and you never expect that out the real police officers to have a little fun and laugh and do all of that. I'll be mad if I have to go to police academy, and the way I seen it, I'd be like mad as heck. The way in police academy was Mahoney, you stay in the back, I hold up. But we don't actually see that in real life and have the fun with it. And they expect everybody to be serious at their job. We can be serious, but when we are going to have a good time in America sometimes, I bet you the president not always going behind doors, and he not always taking life so serious all the time. They know how to let loose and have fun. Obama and them, we don't show. I don't think, if we think life is always serious time, and we don't show the kids that we know how to have fun and be serious at the same time and let loose and always keep your eyes open while you having fun. And how will we know? Like, zero down and like, how will we know? Like, literally, how will we know? How will we know? Like, oh, Lorraine got my Green Bay Packer. I gotta give me another Aaron Rodgers jersey. They stole it in Garland. Man, I'm mad. I I I I like the Green Bay Packers right now, but I still got to see how they progressive in there, and how they progressive more. My horoscope said this person's so tired of waiting because you are too mad to be approached. My horoscope. I said I'm listening to. I don't like all the horoscopes, but I be into. I'm a Sagittarius, and I be like, hold up, I like the horoscopes, and I be into the horoscopes, and I'm like, hold up, I like some of it, and Taylor Swift for Terry, but I know when I get in a relationship, I like to this. Your woman gonna pressure you and ask you questions, but she need to know, like, you don't tell I'm with you. You don't have to worry about me. I need you to look at me and just see when I argue with you that I'm here. I don't need, and it's a different thing about a Sagittarian that I like. You understand when you're in a relationship, you want your woman to be able to see your. I put a ring on my Dallas, and I put it on my life. I want a relationship with two spiritual side open, because when I'm in a relationship, you gonna know I'm gonna act some type of way to turn my head at somebody, because that's how I feel. Like I'm not, and that's how I feel like that. No, I'm loyal here. I would act some type of way because I believe in those things. And And I will act some type of way. I won't give certain things attention when I'm in a relationship. You know, I don't care about your body. I don't care about none of that. But if I can't have a woman that's spiritual side is open, and I had to deal with a lot of stuff that when I was 14, 15 years old, hanging out with Mirza and doing music. And her cousin don't understand, like they don't understand. Oh, get the hell with that. You gotta update this again. You better not play with me like that. We're gonna update you right again. I ain't delete the videos. I did for some reason. Anything that we downloaded. Maybe I deleted it without acknowledge. All right. As long as I got the other videos updated, that all that matters. We're gonna have a little setback. We can always redo things. We're gonna have a little setback when it comes to it. But no, man, like literally, those are the things that we have to understand. Like when we when we doing things like we doing things. But no, I hated those things. A woman gotta understand, like when you're a teenager and you're trying to be faithful, a woman gotta understand you got looks. And even when you're a teenager, you got looks. And they will use somebody else to you to get to me. And that's to understand, like, I'm the one that's working at 14 and 15 years old. I had to argue with this guy from Baltimore. I said, I worked since I was 14 or 15, and you can't recognize me for that. Oh, he don't know about that. Yes, the check stuff that. And the thing we always have, and, and we can all go through this at Social Security, right? When people have problem. Oh, they talk about it and get it. You need to resend it again. The computer is not catching everything. Damn, you making us take the more time. You after we bring it up there, then I had to do that a couple of times. After I sit there with me and my mom, and then they get us back out there, and we have to. You. People don't got time like that. These businesses is not acting like that when you're doing things like that. And when your computer are not catching, customers have that same thing. When they talk about they not getting it. You know, Mirza's mom and sister, I remember we used to sit and she used to tell me about Social Security. I'm not the only damn person. I talk to people and I'm not the only person. Atlanta needs some help. Atlanta call center needs some damn help. And the Social Security, the neglect and the way they treat the veterans out there. Oh, they need some help. This guy can't. He told him he had to stand by the elevator. How that guy supposed to know that his name being called? And he's walking with a. You better let that man stand out. He trying to sit down. And then when the lady gonna tell me in Atlanta to shut up and sit down, she thought I was supposed to take it. Same thing with my local office. No, baby, you gonna treat me with respect. But you want us to stick by the rules, but the business break rules. That's not right. It don't work like that. God said you can't have it your way. And the businesses don't treat us right. So you can't have it like that. And we should start penalizing businesses. And taxes sometimes, sanctuaries should be taxed for Social Security, 10,000 for every business sanctuary should be taxed. So I think our government, we need to start doing that with Social Security in the business. You will be sanctuary. Every time a disability go to Social Security, and we have to understand a community. This one, and I had to tell Joe Biden when I was going stuff, don't come in with your problem. No, you don't say it. We argue about healthcare, we argue about what was going on, and they lied to me. I feel like that, you lied to me. You know, Carson lied to me, and they did it twice. And y'all sending things in the mail when I'm going through, I got those jobs, I have to transition. When my ticket to work program manager went up there and Charles said, oh, he can't do it. We don't believe in him. And I remember he called me in the middle of the night and he said, Hubert, don't go back. But the lady called my mom and asked my mom to get my mom to go see me. And they put me in the office with racism. And the black lady, she's a CSM, she cool. I never had a problem with her. But when Charles, I tried to talk to Charles after it happened, he walked away from me. Racism walked away from me. So when I'm dealing with those kind of things, and when I went back to the second store, they didn't want to hire me back at first. Say, Hubert, now get to the bottom of this right now. And whatever they found out, it was able to, and I want everybody. I want all of them. When I got an argument, Neo pushed me. Neo and Nash pushed me. And I gave them warnings that I was going to reach out to corporate office. I gave everybody, Jessica, all of them warnings. James, I gave all of them warnings. I thought we had a great communication. We started over and we was fresh. But it seemed like you can't be reasoned with. It seemed like Walmart can't be reasoned with. But I want you to see jealousy and racism on the clock. Can you identify it? When they go against God and go against what we stand for, I'm giving you many things to do. But can you understand it? Can you understand it? We try to be good people and go to work, but that's not good enough for them, right? I was really happy to look forward. Man, y'all don't know when I came in Walmart, man, I was this, man, I was ready to this. Every time I step in that 10 feet room, I leave all my let's go handle the cut. And then the employees get mad that Jessica, man, oh, usually I am friendly with everybody. Like, like even when they was doing the things in the freezer, we doing inventory, intimidation and taunting coming out the manager, right? And I don't blame Jessica because Jessica got to fit in where she fit in, right? Because of her manager behavior. What happened when I made calls? When I reached out to you while I was on the clock, I called everybody. Come on, when you start over with somebody, you don't sue them. You give them a chance to just listen to you and see if we can work this out. And I thought that if I can sit up there and I can reach out to the people in the even the lady at the job thing at the careers, she said, you do deserve the people award. But a department man, the meat department said, Hubert, you're a good worker. And he told me before Jessica even told me, say, Hubert, don't let Jessica and all of them make you promise that you can't keep. And when she told me I had to wait 3 years, and while your manager, you put your manager before that, no, that's racism. I know my value, but I'm gonna tell you, when we in orientation and with the progress after we meet, you got 5 people on the left, you got 5 people on the right. I'm at the end, another person. Charles is standing on the side. But Charles saying all of these good things about people, but he had racism words to say about me. Right? And he giving everybody that good and confidence. But when he look at me with racism in orientation. When he look at me with racism. What was said in that office? What was said in that office? Russia gonna lie to you. I remember, and God said, we remember everything that was said. F New Orleans, you dumb and you retarded, and I don't like niggas. And I work with this girl at Amazon, right? What was said in that office? Jeff and them, you know what I told Jeff and them? Is you gonna keep teaching, you gonna teach me, I'm gonna walk off. And I walked off on them every time. I walked on them and I do it again. The thing is, in the society, they think we have no way out when he abuses us and treat us bad. When you act selfish with knowledge. I want to learn how to do my damn RIS Texas. My RIS, if I got RIS, I want to learn how to do that. Why I can't learn how to do it? Why racism got to impede? Right? I want to learn how to do my text and sit up there and watch the videos. I love to sit up there with an RS one day and teach me the ropes and go on a job, be an intern on something. I would love to do those things, but people don't practice what they preach in America. They don't live by their standards. You live a lie. God said they faking their love for us, like they want us there, and then they treat us bad. When they get you in the door, I say, let me tell you something. You the government, right? I want you to look at the orientation at DFW, right? I want you to look at the racism coming out of Smart Car. And when he rolled his eyes with racism, he didn't want me there. But he wanted to make himself look good and smart. Then the black employees acting jealous. You know, he got mad. You know what? Why we didn't work out? In the same time I was going to Social Security, he got mad because other people in the other airport was interested in me. And he couldn't take it when he was even being racist. And his employee was being jealous and acting like, and then he know my brother, right? You know what Grizz told me before he left? He said, I'm glad you left Walmart. I used to beef with this dude named Gio, and he's friends with Gio. Me and Gio set our difference. It was a little off. Sometimes things was a little off between me and Gio at the Mirror House. It was a little off between us. We used to fight back in Carrollton, Texas, where Christina and them used to be in the apartments and everybody else. Get money stopped the way Hubert Sellers in Carrollton, Texas. And we used to fight in the apartments. And me and Gio said I'd be, and it didn't go any further. But they don't know how to take it any further. They don't know when things are getting too out of line in Dallas. So I had to understand that. But if you look at the DFW, you're the government, right? You test that theory, Justice Department. Look at the DFW. Go back in 2017 and 18 and look it up with my Social Security. And I want you to see that racist manager. I want you to see jealousy. You know, one thing I realized at Walmart, I'm getting the chicken strips to the kids. And I'm giving them macaronis and I'm giving them a little sample. And just when the kids walk away, to see that happiness on their face after we didn't tell a little piece, I'm gonna give you a little sample. Let me get a little kid. The kids, they don't realize something. Kids never had cheeses. Babies, 6-year-olds is the most problem in our society where they never had. And we don't learn how to give the kids the sample of the cheeses. How can we understand it? When my kid got a little older, like 4 months, he got 4 months of thing, start getting a little taste of real food better than the baby food. But we had to understand in my family. I got on to my mother-in-law about it. At that time, you need to just give him food. When he got a little more old, a little bit bigger, you started giving him a little taste. But you can't, when they get about 6 or 7, if they never had it, you want to sell. I go in the store right now and I go look at it. I'm in the store the other day and I go look at a soda water. I ain't never had it before in Walmart. They did not giving me a sample of it, but I'm going in there and I see it sounds good. But why should I waste my money if I never tasted it before? And I was thinking to myself, while I was in there, while I was in there, like, I ain't never tasted soda before. And I didn't spend my money, and if I open the cap, I can't get it back. So I had to like literally walk away from it. Because I love trying new things, but I had to literally walk away from the soda. Because that's a waste of money if they're not giving us a sample of it. Damn, I just spent $1, $3 on something, $4 on something, and I never tasted it, and I have to throw it away. I didn't buy many stuff in that freezer with a meatball with a thing, and it tasted nasty, and everybody got the commercial. You ever watch that movie with the guy that played Wolverine and the other actor when they go through, he jump over this bridge to go back in time, and he's and this dude follow him. He follow him, and he ended up in the future. And he met this girl. And he started doing a commercial, and one of the things didn't just taste right. And he was like, "How can you get your people to buy this?" Right? And I'm like, hold up for a second. And I'm like, hold up, like, I didn't know, man. I really wanted to try this new drink. And when I was on a soda, I really wanted to try, but I didn't want to spend my money, and I gotta dump it. That's a waste of money, and people need to understand that that is a waste of money. So when I realized I'm in a deli, I had to give these kids a piece of cheese. When I first, let me tell you, what made me fell in love with other cheese by working at Walmart and trying it. And Walmart have these things when they're giving, and yeah, like I stick to one cheese in a pack. But I fell in love with American white cheese and other cheese, different cheeses. And I fell in love with it because they always doing sandwiches. And they always love putting the different cheeses out there. And I'm like, hold up. But even with bread, hold up. I'm feeling, but you got to understand that these 7-year-old, 6-year-old kids never had nothing. You got to start letting them try things. And Walmart needs to understand that. At these people coming in there with their kids, don't tell them you gotta buy. No, get them the sample that they need. And that's the thing with me. I want to see my customers walk off. Even though if they don't buy it, I want them to know if they're gonna come back. And I know those things. I had to tell them I'm with a customer. I'm actually sitting in the deli by the deli, outside the deli, the thing, and 8 of the employees in there. 8 of the employees, they behind the counter. They over there towards that left corner, right employee. And I tell her, I say out loud to a customer, and I didn't know she was by me at the time. And I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know she was by me. And I said that out loud, they should think so before they hire people. You know what she said? You right. Because the jealousy and the facial expression of the spirit behavior, are we identifying it? So I had to understand that with those things, where how can we understand those confirmations? Let me tell you something. Another thing you're going to look at the camera when Xavier trying to make me look bad and the customers looking at me because they got a problem. Yeah, God said, I want you to see that. When racial names were being said in the deli, oh, you dummy, you were talking. You know what the customers told me? Hubert, I see you trying to king with their daughters. I see you trying. never give up. They was with their daughters and stuff, right? Right? See, Doug Miller can't handle the truth. What you seen at the corporate office when they stared at me? What did you see? When corporate office came in there, what did you see? What did you see? What did you see out of the corporate office stood by me? They think I didn't know it was them? They think I didn't really know it was them when they came what they see. You really think you can blend in and not know? I know that you the only one that got a damn suit on with your blue. You really think I didn't know it was you? That's the difference, Justice Department. They wasn't investing and want to invest in me. They wanted to invest in the employees. And they said they didn't need my help. You don't need God help? They say they didn't need my help, right? Racism. Racism said it. We're going to tell them. They say they didn't need my help, right? Racism, right? So you say you didn't need my help. Racism, Justice Department, didn't need my help. I'm going to take you for everything you took. You stole from me. But these women that work for you think they're entitled to it, right? They think they're entitled, that bend down to your knees and that treat us bad, right? They think they're entitled when they call us self and they want us to forgive. Doug Miller carried out that threat and lied on me. We're racism, right? And say I stole something. You get an enemy time and you got the nerve to say so. That you don't ever what you want to do. And he talking about it's really important that we meet up with the senator. No, that the senator. Oh, what do your actions tell you lying on somebody, Doug Miller? Lying and jealousy in the spirit, right? But I want to let you know something. You will never win, even with your money. But God said when you let him in, we can change the world. But you're not willing to let God in, Doug Miller, right? You say you didn't need God help. You say you didn't need God help. That's what he said. He didn't need God help. But I also say, when I talk about being with somebody, she asked me for pictures too. So it was two. It took two things. I'm not saying my part in it and her part in it. Okay. So we had to understand what I told you. You see, the thing is with Mirza, he's a lot different than that. His cousin and him and Sabina, that's a lot different when they cross that line with cousin. And I don't respect that. I don't respect that. He trying to make me look bad because of jealousy. And I don't want to deal. I sat in this house. And when I told him I was on disability and I got Social Security, what a bitch. That jealousy, right? That jealousy, right? That jealousy because they friends and her tried to take advantage of me, right? You know why they always losing? Because I stand for something when you follow. That's why you're going to always lose. And I'm winning now. I want them to know, Mirza to know in Carrollton, Texas. You know why I'm always winning? And Sabina want to know why I'm always? Because I stand for something why you lose. It doesn't matter if I fall, but I'm able to get back to something when you care what people think. And God say for that, I will always win. I want her to hear me. I want Mirza to hear me in Carrollton, Texas. And I don't want them to twist on my words. I wanted to drift to the universe to hit me. I win because you stand with them. I win that you don't know how to think when two hearts are meeting. You put jealousy before it. But I have always seen. I told the Justice Department, I told we can change the world. Let's do it together, the Walmart. We're gonna put people in position, get people jobs to sit with the people a little bit at night to help them do their CBLs and ticket to work permit. We can do. They got other clients to handle, and all the rest of it. We can change the world. Let's change it together. Let's make that impact, and there will be we giving disability grants to the thing for employees with the businesses, and they're not losing nothing. And they will be able to employees will be able to help get raises to help out employees. I want them to win too. I want the employees to win. I don't care if you. I want you to win, and that can go on your resume. All right, you've been a team player. You have the disability out. We give you a raise, and then I know a $2 raise. Let's make it more enjoyable, and they go on their resume. So when they get up in the business, it can go on their resume. Let's make it more. We're gonna have each people around the world to work on disability CBLs. Because I work with Ticket to Work program. Oh, I fill out the application, but I can't do all this. I got other. All right, let's tie this into Walmart. And when I was at a building, and my thing, when they built the computer building in there in the Walmart, they had a computer one. My most thing is I at 12, 16, I talked to the people that was building it. And that was the people that's doing the remodeling on the floor, putting the thing. The cameras, I always had that buying with them. And that was the most important thing with those situations. And those things, let me tell you one of the things that everybody, right? And Charles walked away with me with jealousy, right? Let me tell Charles something. And another thing I told you, employee was borrowing money and didn't want to pay me back. And my brother confronted him about it, right? You see, you talk about stuff. And I told him, then my brother told me. Then you talk about stuff, but you don't understand it. Don't come at me with honesty when codes have been broken. But you think you figured it out, right? Them cameras are not live. They should be able to go way back and look at 12, 16. They should be able to go way back, right? Dylan Miller should be able to keep those things, right? I want money from 12, 16, from the second store and the third store. How we gonna play this game? How we gonna play it, Walmart? How we gonna play this game? How we gonna play this game that you cheated yourself out of it by being racial? You say you didn't need my help. You played with God, and I want me. I want me. You said you didn't need my help, racism, right? And you stole from me them buildings, those vans, right? You think you really got to figure out when it tells you on your suit, do you want your phone contact to connect with your social media? Everybody from your phone contacts will know that you're on social media. Change they on their social media, right? I always see my customer spirit. And that's why I was always able to help them. And even when I put my scribble to the side, I always was able to identify my customers, understand what they need, even when they got a radio station talking about let the customers, let the employees know if you need something. And I'm going to know my customer needs something in the spirit, the confusion in my customer. But you got the right to open. You were paid for what that comment you just did, Justice Department. You let that racist liar, Mary Johnson, the city hall and them members lie. And that's gonna cost you. You let them carry out that. And they know I was messaging you, you did nothing. But they wanted me to finish that racist ass program, right? And then the doctor tried to play with my intelligence again after he said I got you right where I want you, right? And then he get mad at me. Oh, I told him, how you know that God with you? I took drama in here. I can turn out what was in that bronze, what I saw. What the customers rolling their eyes at me. You think you identify it? Can you identify it? Just like this court situation, the spiritual behavior was at me, right? The spirit behavior was at me, right? They intimidated me, stood by that camera and instigated the situation. So you're looking, you think forcing somebody. I was no danger to the public, but they was doing stuff, right? Anybody speak lies about me, they go against God and what we stand for. That's where drama gonna come from when they want a piece of the pie, right? Judge Kennedy gotta be dealt with. The prosecutors gotta be dealt with. We're gonna tell Joe Biden woman and the Gainesville courtroom, you're gonna help me get back my kid, and we're gonna have a big problem. Everybody in that Gainesville gonna be arrested for racism, treason. Are we gonna have a big problem? We're gonna have a big problem. So since you put me in this situation, the mayor tampered with my case, and he knew I was innocent. You think I don't know what was outside? And you know what they did? Else they did in the two business. The business I gave you, they was taunting me, the black employees, and tagging me from the one business and the other business, right? You got it all figured out, huh? Justice Department, they coming outside their business and taunting and laughing, right? You think you got it all figured out, dude? And the two business I gave you in Addison, right? But they tried to play me with racism, right? Let me tell you how this is going to identify in the deck. Trump knows if I leave here, with that, you won't have a hip hop. You won't have a country. You won't have a techno. You won't have anything gospel. You will be wiped out. You will go from the number one entertainment to the last entertainment. You know, Trump know when he was watching me that people wanted to be on my team. I didn't seen a lot of talent. But nigga know the game, get the fuck out. And then people came to my house and said, we're gonna take care of that from the day. So let me tell you something. A lady laughed when I was outside a few minutes ago. And they said they're using you, right? And laughed, right? And then tagging me. Y'all heard it. So y'all didn't hear that mess. So what we gonna do, right? You tried to play me with racism. But let me tell you, the prosecutor, they coming from underneath that seat right now. The mayor's being put down. And that's not, God said, your people will lie in churches. and say they stand for God, but they don't. Tell racism the same person, little Kiki, why your black racism trying to play me. Why your black and your white racism trying to play me and what you stand for. But I told the Justice Department, my teacher, Miss Chastity, she worked with somebody that speaks sign language. Don't play me. Don't play me because I didn't always focus on my work. After I finished my work, I observed my teacher and I studied my teacher the way I worked with others. So don't play me. And I know how to read lips. And that's what the state of Texas is trying to play me. No, that's not good. Because I'm to the point, I want no part of this community. And the Justice Department pushing. You let them carry out that threat. I want to know if you can see the DEA cameras of their behavior before I can hand that paper to the judge. You want to know what that other police officer was doing, spinning around playing with my mindset, right? You think I didn't really know? Now, I had enough. I really had enough of it. I really had enough of it. I want you to look at every camera the day I step foot on that thing to look at it. So let me tell you something. Until I get my money from the state of Texas and anybody, we ain't hanging out. In the Social Security, we ain't hanging out. We are not hanging out. I will not sacrifice and penalize for them. And I will not give these jobs a chance to hurt me again. We got a lot to change. I will not give them that chance. You know, today I was outside and it was raining. Oh man, I'm gonna have to give me a haircut and shit. I felt like I was really young again. I was really young again. I really felt like I told my mom I felt like I was on Lakeland, like I was home again, like literally home again in New Orleans on Lakeland. I used to stand outside and hear the wind. Man, I enjoyed that run in the rain. I really did. Man, yeah, I don't know when you, sometimes you need to do it. It's not too rainy, not too thing. But I really enjoyed that run in the rain. That was a really enjoyment for me just a few minutes ago when I was outside in my community. That was a real, like, really enjoyment for me because you letting the rain hit your spirit. You letting it, but you're running while you're doing it, and the impact of the wind hitting your spirit and your body, it makes it with the universe. It makes it understanding and it makes it understanding where those things the concept of, oh man, if we had a marathon and it was not too rainy, it was a little drizzle and it had a running marathon, whatever, I would love it. It gotta be the running, the tripping with the rain. It gotta be just right. I will run my butt off in the marathon like that. I want the rim to be just right and cool, man. And like really. So, oh man, I came in there so, but I was like, man, I was like, hold up, you know, and that's the one thing. Give nature the time to heal back. And most people don't have that foundation. Maybe, and the regular people, you don't have to have a mental breakdown. Let's give you $1,000. The government paid $2,000, $3,000 for you to go in the hospital and just heal and work out your issues. And when you heal, how long you stay there, you can get that. And if you're at a hospital, you will get that. But you're not saying you're suicidal. But we understand how people don't want to give you the chance to heal and you got life on you. I understand it. No, Storm, a friend of mine's in Dallas, Storm, when I started to hang out with Nikki and Storm, I started to really, we didn't like each other. I didn't understand Storm at first. And I really started to spend time with her. And I remember I wanted to help her out because she got a felony. And I really wanted to help my friend this help her out, because I understand the business when they take advantage of you and you want to be free. And I lost a friend that she introduced me to. And this guy was a cool guy. He stayed in the same apartments. And he had a needle through his leg and he died and he had his kid. And you never think the people that you meet and you grow that bond with and they die and I never told Storm this. Her son messaged me, but I was like, those people that I met and Nikki and Ricky, that was for a reason. And I was like, hold up, those things in there for a reason, like, you know, but we had our ups and downs and us and Storm hanging out. And but I really understand the true friendship of like going through it and understand what your other friends going. I had to really understand Cassie, the other friend I hung out with, other person. I had to really understand her. And she got mad at me about keeping her son pictures. I said, that's your son. You have to hold her. That's your son. You have to keep that together. Now, I don't want nobody to throw my son pictures away because that's memories. I have to remember every memory. I have to remember every memory. Sky News. I have to remember every memory. So I have to remember every news. So those are the things I have to remember. Now put a part two since my internet. I had to lose two videos, but we don't care about that. We talking about part two, and I'm getting back on here, and those things what we had to do. Um, but I want people to know something, but I'm not Dr. Balance need to be given, guys. The mayor need to be stepped down. City hall members need to step down. Balance need to be given. Judge Kennedy need to be arrested. The prosecutors need to be arrested. Balance need for racial attack and racial lies. They know balance need to be given. Judge Kennedy need to be arrested with the prosecutors. Now that guy don't got nothing to do with the guy that came and saw me. He got nothing to do with the lying behavior. Let me tell you, I carried out that shit because you was gonna lose. A man, let me tell you, I came from Atlanta, get my kid. And the guy said, you gonna sue us, right? Well, I tell you, because you're a liar. You gonna hit somebody because they're the truth. So, so the mayor's job is at risk, and your hands been touched. This is Social Security matter for number one. For number two, watch your behavior, man. I'm not got to deal with it when I got other issues. I'm willing to leave y'all petty behavior in hip hop and all of y'all alone to attack that man. Go. I told Capitol Hill, that's me. Let me tell you, I've been watching Capitol Hill, and they talk about, but you don't want to talk about the discipline. We are going to decide what's going to happen out of your workers and out of look. We're going to decide. They argue with me in the call center. Oh, I can't decide. She caught a little fit at the car, and the lady talking about sue her as you want, right? Sue us if you want. All right, you saying sue us if you want, right? That's what you're saying, right? All right, I carried that threat, taunting me. One of the guys was taunting me, making a mock of me. People need to stop hanging up in our faces. And that's the definition. Every time they don't want to listen, we have to speak to a manager, they hang up. That's how what. And those are the things that we have to understand. They hang up. I'm gonna tell you, and bang. But let me tell you something. We're not out to play this game with this third party, Big Tuck, and the rest of them, and Dallas and the rest of these motherfuckers. Stay out of my business. Don't pocket watch me, nigga. And I make this very clear. Don't pocket watch me. You in my business and you selfish. Nobody, I told y'all, thank y'all for coming to hear me. And that lady that left, I'm gonna go for another 30 minutes. While you listening to Dallas lies and boosting them lies, this is not gonna be another BG situation. It is not gonna be where he get out early because of boosting lie and they trying to do it again. These niggas trying to do it again and get their own back. No, you can stop that right now. And I make that very clear. You lying little niggas doing it again. You tell me that was a one-time thing behind boosting them lying. No, nigga, BG got out of early because I had Joe Biden for a favor and people and Senator had no, we're not gonna compromise with more liars and deception. That's not what we're gonna do. That was a one-time thing. We are not gonna compromise with you anymore. And they still lying. And these niggas walking around. No, no. I say no, 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 no. And Boosie laughing with his little lies. I said, you better laugh it up, man. You better laugh it up. Keep laughing it up, partner. Keep laughing it up with the rest of y'all. Keep laughing it up, partner. You get what you in. I'm happy BG got up, but lying about it. Keep laughing it up. Keep laughing it up. Keep laughing it up. When you terrorized to get it, and you called out names to get it. I want him to keep laughing it up, God said. When you terrorize and antagonized to get it. I want him to keep acting up. Y'all was a part of it. I want you to keep laughing it up, man. Keep smiling and doing what you do. I want you to keep laughing it up. And every time you laugh, I told you I was gonna sue you for laughing in front of juvenile with those lies. I told you I was gonna get the Justice Department, right? Antagonizing you while lying, right? You know what you got that letter from for messing with a social security issue. I don't care at the end of the day. You know what? Because I'm about to approach every challenge and get better. We're about to go to school. We about to approach every challenge, and we're about to get better while we approach it. I'm looking forward, but things are not. I'm not in the right space, and I gotta get out of this situation. I need gates, and I feel uncut, and this is not how this is gonna go. You don't even got enough damn police, whatever that is, and I'm not scared. For number one, for number two, I got a mission to attack, and I have to stay safe. God said to attack that mission with Social Security, and I'm not got to let nobody get in my way with that. But that don't mean you buy a house and do all of these things with that. So let me tell you something. Jim Jones got some. Don't worry about it at the end of the day. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna question everything. I forgive. I'm really to let go and forgive everybody involved in this situation that put me through a little hell, more than that. And oh, trust me, I know more. I know, oh, yes. So I'm really gonna we gonna move past this little thing, the behavior that everybody did. We gonna move past it, and it caused me a lot of problems. And yeah, when you scream to my yes, yes, after foul play, you really, huh? Jim Jones, right, huh? All right, I don't blame them for it. Hey, I'm ready to move on. Hey, I got too much to do in life, and God said the more you need to grow with it, you need to understand it. I'm gonna tell you, I love someone very much, and it took me 3 years to even let my baby mama know something about it. But you know when your heart is aching, you can't hardly get up out of bed, and that's how she made me feel. My heart is aching, it drips. Love will make you trip in a minute, but you have to tell God, keep me. I know we can't be together right now, but lift me up, keep me going, bro. We love somebody so much, and we want to be with them, but the point of views and the jealousy. You know, I told people one thing I hate making them cry, and I want to kiss every tear. When I was dealing with Sabina, I want to kiss every tear, and I am. And no, I'm not gonna let that tear. But the family and the friends, and I don't like the way you and Sabina act towards each other, and jealousy and stuff like that. And when I saw that tear, and that's something I have to live with. That's something I have to understand. The person I hurt, I have to deal with it, and that's God said that pain cannot be taken away. That's somebody you love and you hurt them. So I didn't mean to. It never was my intention, and I have to move forward with those things in life. And God said He gave me something. It'll be okay. He gave it to me. It'll be okay. He told, hey, it'll be okay. But you put your hand on your thing and tell God, I can't, God, I miss them. I can't hardly get out of bed. My heart tripping. It's aching on me. But you have to talk to God to understand it, to keep you going. But women don't understand. Like you 14 and 15 years old and you working at going to Newman Smith. You just a woman. But that other female friend, they trying to get in my your other female friend trying to get to me. And I had to deal with that at 14 and 15 years old. I had to deal with that at 14 and 15 years old. I had to deal with that at 14 and 15 years old. So those are the things with that. But when you really talk to God and you ask your spirit, when your spirit is tripping and you love someone so much, you have to understand the meaning of those things. And I think about it every day. I dream about it. It's in my country, but we have to move forward with it, right? But I hate when people say, I don't like the way you act, the mirror you talk. Or I don't like the way y'all act towards each other. And when that happens, you think about that. And I watched the tears drip down on the keyboard. And I wanted to kiss up them tears right there. And I got mad at it. It hurted me at the end. It really, because you don't hurt nobody you love, and you have to understand those things. It hurted me at the end. So, I just wanted to tell her, you know, um, you know, um, like when I left Mary's house and her sister, I'm hurting too. And people getting on my case and about the situation and asking me where I'm at. And Mirza, we had an argument about the situation, and we argued about those things before the Facebook situation got on. And the girl messaged her about Dallas and the people that do music with these women, with these Dallas women that interfere with our connection. And but I hated to that point where it's not a moment that I pass by that I have to think about it. And when I listen to the people that I knew, it was not like that in that situation. It was the jealousy. It was just the friends trying to get to my pockets, and she never see it like that. And I had to deal with that. And a woman don't act. They don't understand. Like they will put another nigga in the way to the blind me. And I had to deal with that. When you're a teenager, you got to understand. You're 14, 15 years old. You're going to work. You're hanging out with your friends. And you got to understand. You're meeting them at Perry. And you got to understand where the conflict at. I'm buying you stuff. We're going to the mall. You got a big necklace. That's conflict. And people don't understand it. But you're a woman, and you think you that. But you're a woman. But you can be tossed. And you're a woman that opening a leg and you can be forgotten and and those things. And people don't understand those things. Like you just a woman with legs, you open your and I like I'm not gonna keep putting all this stuff like with you when we teenagers in your mind. And we got into argument because and this all happened when Mirza's going to events, Cheyenne and all the rest of them, they going past the CDs out and Mirza got robbed of it. Same people robbed him and the Mexican they robbed him. And I told him he was gonna get robbed. And he got robbed, man. I told him something was gonna happen. I told him what was not gonna happen. I actually told him what wasn't gonna happen. And you understand that goal or where we coming from, right? Thank you. Get money stopped away, Hubert F. Baby, Lil Diamond. I'm gonna Lil Diamond. Mirrors of Catholic 1123. You're gonna find my songs. You're gonna see my video. Young Prophet shout out. Lil Diamond, Mirrors of Catholic 123. I wish I hit a wood. And you're gonna see all of those things, but that's not the concept of it. You're gonna see my video, but I had to deal with so much of the ex Charlie Boy and Rhino said I didn't go hard. And I had to come up with a song. God gonna have to bless you. God gonna have to bless you. You are, and Charlie Boy Mirza was doing, and I said we have to show Charlie Rhino. And I said, hold up, you say I didn't go hard, so we came up with the song. We like the reason why we came up with the song Lil Romeo from my city, but I never seen him. His dad was there, but we never seen him, and that can be the bigger effect why we came up from the song, and not to put it on there. on which shade of wood, Lil Diamond, and that's the reason because Master P, but Lil Romeo was under his mom. Though. His mom kept him pretty good. The way that was, where he wasn't out there in the streets, and you gotta thank his mom and having a great mom and a dad that not have that parent. And Lil Romeo had the discipline. I think Lil Romeo, y'all should want to be him because he had a house at 14 and he stayed right down the street. And y'all should look at his success. And he stayed right. His dad owned all of them houses, but his dad let him drive and have his own house. So Romeo is a big role model where you and I'm not sure. When I went to Fantasy Williams and had this girl, whatever her name is, she's on my school bus with Dominique Utoka, and all the rest of them, other people. And she used to love Lil Romeo and say, I love Lil Romeo. And she used to give me kisses. Me and Toka in New Orleans, we used to be the best of friends. Whenever she talked to somebody, she had me on favor. If it was on a hotline, if it was talking to a person that she liked on, and Utoka, her name was Utoka, with Dominique. And her sister, twin sister named Dominique, she got twins. And they both had on glasses. Dominique was one of my girlfriends that I had in New Orleans. And it's so mad because I had a friend named Steve Dexter, other people, other two twins in New Orleans. And I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people when we left New Orleans. So a lot of people got lost. I was still able, when Darlene, one of the girls that I dated in my class, she walked a little crooked, but she was cool as hell. But Darlene stayed over there. What Bay Bay and I used to go over there with Plucky and oh man, Plucky. Oh man, everybody used to get on my ass. Your ass crazy. You act like a damn wrestler. And I get on Cauldron and say, you ass crazy. When BG used to get on a fire extinguisher, and we planned on a fire extinguisher, and BG cousin family member said, I'm going to the studio. I need you to stay your bad ass out of trouble. I was like, hold up, really? And I saw BG with the green motor. We was on the news around that same time. I had on a blue shirt, and New Orleans East was on the news. I forgot what day was in, but I was on the news around that time, back before it hit the 2000s. And we was on the news. And I went on TV in my apartment, and I saw my face on the news right in my apartment with Darlene and Plug, and we saw us on. We was on the news. This was before it hit the 2000, 1999, 19, and all the rest of those things, and bam, bam, bam. And we was on the news at the same time, around the same time. We used to watch Lil Wayne sit on the porch. My nanny them rap. My nanny rap. And Lil Wayne used to sit on the porch with T Streets. We used to hang with this girl, and she used to hang up, and she messed with T Streets, but we used to, when a woman can hold you down, and she used to, we used to be at the apartment over here chilling with her, and used to give us food. We used to just chill. This man, T Street, they had a girl in the apartment, squatting them, ready, and we used to be cool. And like after I got stabbed, I remember I was being in New Orleans news. I was in the New Orleans courtroom, and I know that the girl was sorry. I know, but her brother and her mama came and checked up on me, came and really checked up on me. And he's always coming to East apartment with some Reeboks and he got a plate out of this world with X's on it. And she was really sorry, and I saw her spirit, and God said, He gave me that memory of being in that New Orleans courtroom when I got stabbed, and I had to explain my side of the story. And shout out to her mom and her brother, and I hope they're doing well. Um, this is the Um, um, I didn't know how to. After that happened, when we went to court, I didn't know how to swim. So my friends in the East apartment taught me how to swim, and he said, "Human, I'm gonna teach you how to swim." He took me from little. Ever since then, I know how to swim in life, and know how to swim in the East apartment. And them. I know how to, like, ever since he taught me how to swim, it was the most important thing. Like where things was, me and some friends, we broke into the vending machine where Lorraine and two streets at, and we all had the apartment. We shared it, and everybody got under the balcony, and we everybody just came. We all want to stay, but everybody gotta come get this chip. Everybody gotta come and get this. Everybody, it's for everybody, but we all got to this. And we did it. We did it 2 times. We were like, nah. And then we about to prove. Then they found a way where you can work on it. We said, damn. But no, Gutter and them let them come up to the apartment, but they didn't let. They gave them their cell phone. They gave them their cell phone, and I was too much of a bad. I was too much of bad. And then Victor and Vincent used to get out. They got caught on Canal Street with Lil Wayne, and I asked their mama like, what the heck going on? Where they at? Because they let us have basketball courts. They let us have basketball courts. So at Victor and Vincent couldn't take their goal out, it's other people in the apartment will bring their goal out. And that what kept us out of trouble. And Squad and them would play, my brother and them would play with them. My brother Dominic heard himself playing with Victor and Vincent and Squad up them. And he heard himself playing with them. Yeah, my oldest brother heard himself on his own. Perpetrue was at my local office. He's from New Orleans, and he actually, when I was with my little nephew Perpetrue with the LP, I said he would I hang out with you. He's like a brother, man. Like I was so mad when I was a kid. Like my brother used to go to Teen Summit. Teen Summit is the biggest event. And when Perpetree and Cornell and all the rest of them used to go, I could never go because I wasn't old enough. I was so mad because if you want to talk about Teen Summit, everybody there. It's the biggest event in the world. But my nana said, "Oh, you're not old enough." I said, "What the hell going on?" I'm like, I used to be mad because everybody is coming for the event. It's bigger than the clubs. It's bigger than anybody. You have every star and everybody coming in there just doing it. And I got mad, man. I like, damn, they get to go. They going things. My nanny didn't want to let me down. Go. She buying tickets for him. And oh, you're not old enough, Hubert. I like, oh, all right. She telling me I'm not old enough to go to a damn concert. And my brother's in high school. He's on LB Landry, Cornell, and Mooney. Shout out to Mooney. I got Cornell still. Shout out to Jamaica in New Orleans. Mooney threw the brick at me in a thing. We had a disagreement, and she was in a bounce video, but and she threw the brick. I had to get stitches. That's why I had to get stitches. A brick got thrown at me in a window in a class. No, that's Cornell. And she was in a New Orleans bounce video. I wanted to tell my brother to tell Cornell. We got my brother and my nanny got them on there, and I wanted to tell Cornell I see him mooning in there because he got a baby by there. And I see him mooning. I got Cornell on my other Facebook, and I might have to tell him I see him mooning. That's his baby mama. He got kids by him. And I was like, I see him mooning on a video of a New Orleans bounce video. And I got a brick thrown at my face at that time. A brick thrown at my mouth. And Mooney threw the brick on Lakeland Drive right into the window. And I had to go get stitches. This is a true story in the world. And I remember my friend Skills got shot. We was playing the Madden 2004. He always, Michael Vick is the fastest in the NFL. He's the fastest. He's running like a 95. You can't let Michael Vick being ahead of you. And I think Michael Vick needs to be teaching some of these young quarterbacks the running the pocket and that leadership that he has. He needs to teach him. And I think Michael Vick, I was so mad that they just gave up. They should have. That was a dog attack. They should have just gave him a fine. They wanted to really ruin his career, and I think it was not murder, and I think that wasn't right, man. That was you should have gave him community service and do a fine, and I think you really wanted to ruin his career, and that's not right, and I don't think that's right when you plan with that situation. And I was so mad that Michael Vick didn't go back to the Falcons. And I'm so happy that the Eagles gave him that chance because I'm so happy. But Michael Vick is on the cover. You smiling? There's nothing to smile about. It. That's up to something with the Dallas line behavior. Um, and those things. But I remember with Michael Vick, me and my friend, he got mad because I'm always playing with Michael Vick. And on the 2004 cover, and then we played on the Michael. He played with Michael Vick, and he beat me. And he's going around. I'm going across the street to play football after he wants to. I gotta go meet your brother around the corner, and Jamaica, and I gotta go meet your brother. I'm going across the street on Lakeland to play football, and as soon as I go, I'm trying to go across the street, and Skittles go bang, bang, bang. I said, what the fuck going on? And I'm like, hold up for a second. Bang, 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 bang. We just got off of Madden. And I didn't want his kid to see that. I hated seeing him in that memory is stuck to me when you see your friend in there, and only memory you have in there of seeing them bang, bang, bang. And I'm going across the street and I'm like, hold up. I'm going to play. That's why I'm going to play football with the girls across the street and the guys because they got girls that play football in New Orleans East, and we always play football with each other. And we always play football with each other. So I'm going across the street in the East on Lakeland Drive because we got a store down the street. I had a dream about going back to my city, and it's all rebuilt. It's different, but the same school. Is all rebuilt. It was amazing. My last visit was there in 2011, 2010, and I was in the East by Livingston. And my grandma had a house in there, and kids was just staring at me. And that was the last time I was there, and they were staring at me. I said, I'm from here too, you hear me? That was my dad was in that was my old stomping grounds. I'm from there too. So that was the last time my dad said it got worse there. And I'm like, hold up, man. And it's a little worse, but no, you gotta be a familiar. You gotta be remembered. Even if you be remembered, it's always something going on. So that was that bang, 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 bang. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm in the apartments already. And I'm halfway in the apartment and they're like bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. I was like, man, I was like, I felt, I was like, that last memory I got of him, us playing on the Michael Vick cover, playing, that was my last memory sitting in my house. And they asked if I needed to go to counseling, but I don't think nothing could help, whatever, what I saw. We saw blood coming out of his mouth. Nothing can actually help that when you watch somebody. And I ran over there, and nothing can help those things if you understand it, right? And that's the things what you go through as a kid. So I had to go through something, but God told me something about forgiveness. He reminded me of something in New Orleans when I was on that thing, and I was telling my side of the story when I got stabbed, when I was on those things. He told me when you saw her spirit, that was forgiveness for you. But she young, we was young, we kids, we all kids. And her mom, when she was a kid, I was a kid, and we all kids. And I seen her face, I seen that, and you know, and some people take it too far, you know. But I seen that face on her, and God said, I want you to remember that because I'm gonna help you get through this. I'm gonna help you get through whatever you need to get through. So I had to deal with a lot of stuff, and my relationship with Sabrina, they know, and I got and those things was causing me a lot of problems, like you know, people pocket watching and and doing those things, and like trying to get close to you're a woman that just got a thing between your legs. You I'm the threat, and I'm the one they trying to get to, while you are so busy with being in your. I didn't pay attention to it at the end of the day because I know what I am dealing with Sabina and dealing with them. So I know I have to keep moving on, and not that I don't care, but I know I had to keep moving on and keep pushing forward. Because a boss, a boss at 14 or 15 years old, we have to understand each other. How can we keep moving? Plus, I had other teachers that was also on my kids. I couldn't let them interrupt the plans of what other people had, and that interfered with it. So I couldn't do that because I was actually going to school in the summertime, and people didn't know that. Like I'm actually helping out, me and Mr. Charlie, doing stuff like that, just doing those type of things, and I'm helping out. I'm bringing, and people don't know that. They even allow us to bring our games in school and just play a movie when we didn't have a DVD player or something. Miss Chastity and them allowed us to bring our game, and I think, and yeah, long as it's not no hey, in a classroom, not spending your time in the classroom all the time in the cafeteria. Let them, as long as it's not no shoe game, it should be able to be basketball, football, or soccer and something, and let it be more creative on free time. And that's the most creative. That was the beautiful thing about. Then I did it at Mary Grimes, and I did it at the Carrollton Elementary. Brought my game there, and we played and had fun with Miss Dolores. Miss Dolores, I brought my game over there. I brought my game. There's two schools over there. There's two sections of schools over there. So I just remember going in the gym. They got me. You know, the thing with Mirza, his sister daughter was very scared of like, oh man, I seen Joe Biden, and before me and Mirza got into an argument, and she wanna run me. I said, hold up. I seen how the kid was acting with Joe Biden. I had to go through that same thing when they every time she turned her head, she cried. And Mirza, and I seen it with Joe Biden. It brought memories back every time I try to pick up and get close to pick up the Mirza's sister, daughter, and she started crying and she screamed. I said, "Hold up, she's really what is going on? I cannot get close to." Her. And Mirza's sister used to always and and when we started back hanging out, and before we got back in there, you was scared at me at first, and you want to run with me. I said, hold up, you done got big on me, and now you was scared of me every time Mirza and all the rest of you was scared of me. And I was like, hold up. I was like, now you want to run? I said, hold up. I can't believe it. I was like, I can't believe it. I was telling y'all like, oh man, I met so many people in Bosnia on other apps. And my cousin got he's married to somebody in Bosnia. And it's like that back. He's married, and I had to really understand him and talk to him about. But and he got a good understanding. But I talked to another person from Bosnia, and this girl was cool as hell, and she showed me some stuff. And but she had it. We connected, man. We connected on a different level, and this was in 2019. And she from Bosnia in the streets and stuff. I had to understand my cousin. My cousin had to tell me like, Hubert, I understand what you're going through and this and that and that. So if I can talk to another person from Bosnia and you were in another country and shout English is kind of good. And I'm like, oh, hold up, hold up. And then I talked to another kid from Bosnia on here, on my app. And I'm like, hold up, I know what you're speaking. Because Sabrina, I'm going to tell you about a story with Rick and Marissa. And we in the studio and Demir and Zach and everybody. And Mirza said something in Bosnian. And Rick said, what you just said to me. And Mirza said, I'm sorry. He didn't think Mirza was going to catch, Rick was going to catch on. And like, it was so much funny. And me, Zach, and we laughed at it. Like, he said, what you just said? What else said that to me? And Mirza and Rick always talk about that song that Mirza made. I said, it's a song, man. Come on, it's a song. It's a song. He get mad at the song that he make. I said it's a song, man. It's a song. Don't take it. I don't take it the wrong. Don't take it the wrong way. And I was like, hold up for a second. And and also what cracked us up. We were recording in the house. Cause we cooking. We ain't out on the streets. We cooking. We having fun. We're watching movies. We enjoying each other. And Rick come and he got me and Demir sitting on the. Hey, he said, "Don't be standing in my head. You got hold like on next Friday. That shit in the back of your ass. Hold up." I said, "It's hard for me and Demir to not laugh and you recording, and we seeing the holes in the back of your ass with your mouth. You look like somebody beat you." Me and Demir, me and Demir sitting on the sofa, and we like it's hard for we watching you record when you got holes in the back of your ass, in the back of your boxes. And I'm like, Ricky, I'm like, it's hard for me at the mirror to sit on the bed. And I'm glad people got to sell my creativity because I've been wanting to get that out because I always watch the mirror play Assassin's Creed and play a lot of stuff. And I always had the vision on here, go to get money, stop it. And I always had that vision, but I was so much focusing on us making it. And we had that vision, and I always wanted to show people that different side of my creativity. So like he and y'all and Get Money Stop Away, TikTok at Hubert HUBLT31. All right, I'm gonna quiet down, Mom. I'm gonna quiet down. I'm gonna quiet down. Stop, baby. Oh, man, let's see how we can quiet down. I just told her I put that in with you. You saw my new bed? It's a bed, man. It's not no couch. I can bump and grind on this couch. It's not no couch. I can bump and grind on this bed. Man, you better leave me alone. Hello, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for that interruption. I'm sorry for saying. Yeah, they making me do too much. Man. I'm sorry to people. I'm sorry about that. But let's get into back into the situation. Um, those things were understandable, and those things. But I deal with a lot of crazy stuff, guys. I deal with a lot of crazy stuff. So we talked about we laughing at Ricky and the whole like on X Factor, that shit in the back of your ass. Put some damn newspaper on that. And we were like, hold up for a second. Every time I watch Next Friday, it brings me back to that moment with me, Demir, and them. And it brings us back to our moment in Demir and us, and it brings us back to our moment. And I can't that's every time I watch Next Friday, and I can't help but understanding when me and Mirrors don't be looking at the back. I said, hold up, but he said something. And I said, man, it's hard that we're trying to watch you record. By we get done and your ass got a hole in the back of your damn boxes. But when we was in the studio, we cooked, we did stuff, we ate, we would sit up in the morning and ate together. We did all of those things that we did together. And I was so damn mad at those point of views. I was mad as hell. I was like, hold up. I was mad. And Mirza and Sabina got me on some stuff for the food. But I was the meatballs and the biscuits, right? You put the ketchup on. I said, Mirza, all right, you got me on some new stuff, okay? But I ain't never put ketchup on my meatballs and biscuits, right? And they cook them with the ground meat. And I ain't never did. And I really wanted my family to meet them, but we never had the time to meet because my family, we would have to plan a day with my mom off, and I never got that time. I really wanted my family to meet Sabine and them, and Demir and them wanted them to meet, but my mom and them work two jobs, and she's always busy. And my stepdad, so it's kind of hard. We would have to plan, and Demir's mom and dad works, and plus Demir dad works. We would have had to plan if that was really because they wanted to meet my family, and we didn't plan it. So, well, I wanted to tell them why we don't work around the schedule. I can tell my mom and work around it. And I didn't get the chance to tell them like y'all want my mom to come. They wanted them to come, but my mom working two jobs, and my stepdad got two jobs, and my brother and them, my other brother. So I wanted them to meet him, and maybe with all those things. So I can understand it was kind of hard for me and how that can look. I had to deal with her. Me and her wanted kids. And my thing was we couldn't even be comfortable around their parents even when we sat in the living room because we wanted to be close to each other. I saw in her spirit and I saw the nervousness and the uncomfortable that we wanted to be. And I saw it. It's about me just seeing how uncomfortable that we wanted to. And those are the things that we had to deal with. So I had to understand that when I was dealing with that, I didn't want to, man, I tried to do everything to just keep, like, I said, we wanted kids, we was going to have kids. And I said, trust me, we was going to have something to shine and be together and do all that. That don't mean you coming at me. My kid is taken care of without me. That's the bottom part. He draw from me anyway. That's not the problem. Anybody that got my last name, that's not the problem. So I had to deal with those certain type of things where, hey, but me and they said it wasn't time yet, and We've been arguing since we was kids, okay? And this has nothing to do with Marissa or anything. This is between me and Sabina's mom and dad and her. It don't got nothing to do. Marissa trying to make it about him and no, this is between us. Before Demira was even thought of, it was me and Sabina and the mom and dad sat at the park. So this is nothing to do. And the way Marissa found out, we was at Newman Smith, and Sky started hating and started talking about you dating us. And Mirza found out Mirza was the city. That's the truth. Mirza was right here. And he was in it, he actually tell you that, like literally. He would actually tell you that's how he found out. And Mirza didn't really pay no attention. You gotta understand, Mirza be in his own world sometimes. He be in his own world when he go in school, he get off that school bus, he would sit at, you gotta understand Mirza. He be in his own world. He sit there and he be in his own world. This and he be in his own world. And you gotta understand him sometimes. That's who he is. He would just sit there and do his own thing. And that's Mirza. But it was me and Marissa at a point where, I told Ricky. Ricky came later on, and Mirza used to charge him for it. And Mirza came later on, and Rick came later on in the situation. This the same the way they met Mills. Rick and them and Hayes and them wouldn't have met Mills if it wouldn't be for me. Ricky's sister, another woman. I'm gonna tell you how Mills died. Rest in peace to Mills. Me and Miss Jane worked at hall. I would go with Miss Jane. I would clean houses with her. I would eat dinner with Miss Jane mom and dad, and like family. Miss Jane mama got a big house. I hope she's still living, and I hope she's still living and still. Me and Miss, I had to get on my manager, Miss Melanie. She said something smart in the elevator to me once. I wanted to tell her something, but you can't tell your regional manager at U-Haul that she had the nerve to say it wasn't bad, guys. It wasn't bad when Miss Melanie said it. But she said something sarcastic. Oh, I was thinking in my head. No, she didn't. No, she didn't say it in the elevator. She had something smart to say about me. I was like, all right, it wasn't bad. But if you sitting on the phone, she was my mentor regional U-Haul. And I can't believe it's me and you in the elevator and you had something to say. I said, all right, man. I laughed at it. And she been sarcastic. I said, she didn't just say something sarcastic. It had something smart to say. Like, really? You know you my manager and you can put me in my place. So you my regional manager and you can put me in my place. So I tried not to. It wasn't bad for me to say nothing bad to go off on her, cuss her out, Miss Melanie at U-Haul. It wasn't bad in Addison, but she was being sarcastic with it. I don't want to. I remember when she was being sarcastic with it. I said, I can't believe. I see you, Miss Melanie. I see. I was like, I see. I see. I thought to myself, I see. I see it. That's what the thing was. And she come in Walmart. Look, I said, Miss Miller, say hey. You never had a problem saying hey to me first. You and Cedric coming in there. Say hey to me. Hold up. So those are the things we have to understand. Like, I can't believe she said some stuff. But no, man, I done caught some of my female managers. Caught some sense. No, like a department manager ain't nothing. But when you got an assistant manager say some smart shit, female manager, yeah, man, I'm not out there. I'm on an interview, man. I'm doing an interview, man. Man, I'm doing an interview. He started knocking on the door. Um, those are the things with that situation. I'm interviewed, but I'm on broadcast. I don't want to keep because they knock my mind off and do those things. So I have to understand. But no, the efforts around here. I like. I would like Millie. I would like Millie. You got some balls. You got some PUSS. Yeah, you can have some. I don't got the cheese. I got the Neanderthal sausage. Nah, no, I say, Miss Miller, oh, you lucky. I don't want you to put me in my office and put you in your office and write me up and give me a bad notice letter. So I said I had to watch my words. I had to watch my words a little. Because that green shirt means something. That green shirt and that gray shirt means something. I said, hold up. Let me watch my words with them. Let me watch my words with them. So, hey, how you doing? Yeah, they like the Carlson. They say, watch my mouth, right? What you gonna do? You put me in there, but you gonna give me a spanky? And what you gonna do? I was hoping they would give me a spanky. You put me over their desk at the Carlson. What you gonna do when you tell me, well, I'm like, put me on your desk and give me a spanky? I said, I was thinking of that. I like, what you gonna do, Carlson? All right, you lock me up. What you do? I see you behave when you don't want to listen to nobody and you want to hang up in people's face. I was like, hold up. What you gonna do? You gonna put me and give me a spank? You was I was really thinking that. I said, what you gonna do? Talking about watching my mouth. I was really thinking I was really thinking that at the time when I was calling the call center. What you gonna do? You gonna put me over the desk and give me a spank? Now I got whipped by a drumstick before. What you gonna do? Hey, I was in the band. Hey, what you gonna do? What you? I was in the bed. What you gonna do? I wanted to know what you mean. Watch my mouth. What you gonna do me to watch my mouth? Come on, Carson. What you gonna do me when you don't want to listen? I, I really don't know what she mean by that. That means you got action behind that. Your action, what you did, but yeah, like what you gonna do? Give me a spank? I'm laughing at it. You know, you know. I look back at the Walmart situation, and when I say we can do what we want, imagine if they make a movie about the phone call. You see the Eminem call, and I look back at it, me and them arguing, and I look back at it. We could imagine me seeing the um the corporate office on the phone. Imagine, imagine we making a movie and having fun in the audience behind it. I was like, I was thinking to myself as I took drama, and I was thinking to myself, what if I would actually make a movie? You would watch the movie where Eminem called the call was and kept calling. What if this would be a Walmart? Oh man. This we can actually make a movie about this. Me and the CEOs. Actually, me and Doug Miller. This movie will make a lot of money if I would happen. It will make a lot of money. You don't know how Doug McMillan and the other CEO. I look back at it. This will actually be like a literally a movie. I think everybody involved in the CEO Walmart. I think everybody will make big money off this movie. And we have, hey, I can't even imagine we can do. I, I think of it, and what if she was in front of me and her body and she had body motions, and I was like, hold up, you all right? Small hitch on and I lost it on my Amazon. I thought I put it on my Hamilton. When they say average, you childish. You make fun of my people, I make fun of your people. You childish. Blah 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 blah. It got one of the singers off there, and he had the ringtone. Man, you make fun of my people, I make fun of your people. Um, I'm having and, and, and they're a religion, and the movie is so great, man. The movie is so great because how the movie started. Man, I can go on hours. But the reason why they ended up on the plane, he found out his dad was dying. He thought he was dying. The movie, but he wasn't dying, and he had a chest indigestion. But the movement when the little kid, how the little kids was looking in the movie, and he said, "What your kids gonna be look like? What you gonna do?" And he started moving their eyes. Oh man, how y'all doing? Man, I would like all of us make fun of my people. I make fun of your people. I was and everybody started, and they started to calm down when everybody started to see something in the movie. But after she found out that her boyfriend at the beginning of the movie found that her boyfriend was married, and they was at the airport, and the friends she getting ready. I'm gonna tell you, she's getting ready, and everything she's getting ready, and they're trying to find her phone and everything, and they put the ring to her as a wedding, and she got mad. She, you know they're not gonna like. You know how you feel about marriage and doing things and all of that. And he said he started to scream outside in the car and blow the horn. He said, "Shove it." I forgot his name. Shove it back. He said something. I forgot his name. And they're at the airport. Then the other dude, he meet this at the girl, and they meet at the hotel, and he trying to meet his parents. She thought they was into marriage. They was going to marry. Like she really thought that he was gonna marry when he saw the magazine, but it was just going to meet my parents. It wasn't marriage. It was just meeting my parents. And she was like, shh. He took that at the floor by herself. But he met this girl at the airport, and this and that. They started to talk, and the flight was gonna be July. And pretty, this pretty chick. They was gonna go to the hotel and like, so you can't miss it. This is a wedding. This is a wedding. You can't miss it. And after that happened, the girl got off the thing. He trying to tie up the rope in the movie, and the dude come back and they find out, who are you? And he found out he was married. They didn't tell me much about you. Do your wife know? Oh man. And 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 he said, why you didn't tell me? You won't date me if I would have told you. Boom. And man, he knocked his lights out. Oh man, he knocked his lights out in the movie. Boom. Suck it, kick it off your bent. She go in the bathroom and tell the stewardess, and I give him a pill. I usually take this when I'm high off of my thing, and take this. It was a good movie. She started crying and things and started leaning, and he started hitting up and said a lot of things. When they got on the plane, he started to drift off, and his dad started to tell her, dad, I want to see you before you get married. And things, and he told his daddy that he was married to her. I am not getting married. Whoa, I'm not saying I want to get married either in the movie and all of that. And I said, he told his dad to not make a big deal about it. And once they dropped down, everybody started showing up. I was like, what the hell going on? And they get out of it. I'm not married. This is only to cool it off. But when they started to hang out and they started to act up and love and everything. And they wanted the movie, it was the great concept of the movie. The movie of the concept was very good. The concept of it was very good at the point. But when they started the wedding, everybody that he's proposed, you got no ring, and everybody stuff, he getting married. And one of the girl he came and talked to, and he thought you married to my and she was shocked. They're like my friend from Newman Smith. I played the basketball. He was shocked at Newman Smith. He had braids, and I told him I had a kid. He was like shocked because I've been about business and you married to. So those things was understanding, like literally. The other thing in the movie that I liked about um, one in the house, they told them you could stay at the cabin. They was gonna stay at a hotel, and they stayed at the cabin. They stayed at the cabin, and they stayed there, and all of those things. And she drunk the milk before they can even get into the cabin. Man, oh man! And then they made him rain. Oh man, she just made me rain. Oh man, the ending. I can go through the whole movie when they told him when they were just friends. He was so attracted to everybody else, but it was a one night stand. And they told him we did, but they fell in love. They fell in love with that one night. No stranger, they say no stranger text. And they fell in love. He didn't want to do it, but they fell in love. So he fell in love, like literally fell in love. And those are the things and those for a man. And I'm like, hmm. I got the Justice Department Sky News and Yellow Big Yellow Texas in this YouTube video. And and what that is. And after they ran, he was gonna choke at the beginning of the so many parts. He was gonna I can't the fuck me. He choking down the baby right there. It's so many parts to the movie, and it's hard to give you to beginning to end. And I'm telling you, and she looked at him in the movie. She did this in the movie to him and did this. And there's so many parts to the movie that I liked it about it. And he took his hand out of it. They started running. When your woman makes you, but they was he made me just walk the whole night. But I think drinking the milk happened afterwards. I think before I think I'm gonna have to watch the movie on Amazon, and I'm gonna have to watch the movie again on Amazon Prime. It was on Netflix, but I'm gonna have to find it on Amazon Prime again. But when they started to find out in the movie that they thought they was married, oh man, we can go from beginning to end. You know, they started to play tag that bind with the price tags and doing that. She mean talking to this other girl, and he started that they put to play price tags with each other. They started to play price tag. They started to play price tag, and and she started to grow that relationship, and she started to feel something for him, and all of those things. The way they just understood each other more. And man, 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 it was a more understanding. Yeah, hey, and oh man, there was so many things. That scene on that sofa, it was just the romantic. He changed his mind. He said no, I don't want to. I care about you too much, and it reminded me when I was on her. But he told him this, but that's two different situations. When I love you, she didn't be parents don't know how to. Those are the things that we can't understand, and we'll never understand those things. We adults, they adults, and we kids is something like that. But one thing, you know, one thing at the time what I didn't want it, but I always dreamed of us when we wanted kids. And I sat on the sofa and kissed me and did all that, and we could have did something. I wanted to be the right time because I want us to have it all. That's what I wanted us to do, and I didn't want nothing to ruin that. And you have mistakes, or we don't know what we at, and all of those things. And that was the main concept why I wanted us to wait at that point in time. And her mom argued with me about it. If this could have been different, how can we understand? So, man, look, when you tell somebody you fought for something, your little brother and the mirror on your Facebook, and your little brother telling me to leave and walk away, what you want me to do? And she was advising me, and he told me to leave, and I had it and leave, but she not down for me, and um, that can hurt, damage more the situation of what the mirror said of his actions. And Mirror tried to make me look bad, but that never happened. That'll never happen. I already know he was gonna get robbed. I already know. You making money, and I already know. So let's focus on the movie. Um, they started. I like the hotel scene, not disturbed. Banging up the wall, not disturbed. Oh man, they getting it in. But they actually fell in love with her. They fell in love, and she can't think about her. They fell in love with each other. They fell in love with each other, and the most thing they was giving the herbs for the wedding. They was giving the herbs for the wedding, and the most thing that she walked away. I can't marry you because I'm in love with you. I can't go through this, act it out because I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. She drove. She ran off. She got in that limousine, and they wanted to know why she left. But you got with the. That's all I can think about, that bread and annoying girl. That annoying girl. I used to think, but that's all I can think about. But when they met at the hospital and everything, and they came together, and no, he didn't just bring her. Oh no, he didn't. Just bring that tramp. Who you call a tramp? Oh man, watch it. Hold up, hold up. And she knocked his ass out. Hold up. Oh man, oh man. I said, damn, you gotta think of punching people. You love somebody, your woman gotta think of punching. Oh man, I was like, hold up. You gotta think you love somebody. I'm like, no, now you care about my sister fucking. Now you care. Now you, what you say that true? What you say about me? Hold up, man. Hold up. I don't get why people, and I never get with the mirror. Why you want somebody to treat your cousin mean? You know, and that's what I did. You see people with so many violence in relationship, and you would want somebody to treat them with tender and care. And then when you date their cousin or their daughter, and that's what you expect out of them. And that's what you explain like the mirror. Like you want me to act some type of way towards, to be mean towards Sabrina, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to that y'all, oh y'all too nice. I don't like how y'all are acting towards each other. So I don't like all of those things where I have to just be in a compromising situation. but I couldn't deal with no. I'm gonna tell you, if love was in there, I wouldn't have stood by when I know what was going on. That's love. When hoping one day she'll wake up. But I tell her we ain't waking up, we ain't waiting no more, we moving forward. But jealousy, though I can't have people, jealousy is the main factor. So we have those things where we can compromise. Hey, Walmart, hey, have I ever seen what Desmond Miller talk about? Hold up, let's plan this out and everything that's planned up. It's oh man, it would be imagine everything. It would be something. It's too damn funny. And plus the mayor. Yes, yes, yes. It would be a funny role in it, man. It would be. So I took drama. I think when I was at Newman Smith, I could have did a role, but I was mad at the time. I was mad because Miss Gulo can tell we didn't really put it together, and I know she told it, and she can tell because her mama, this girl mama, and I hate that we got to work with girls and the parents acting some type, and that's what I hated at Newman Smith. You're not letting us sit in there and work on our plate, but the moms are acting some type of way. I hated that, but we got to be on the backyard sitting, and we can't really have that spread out like we want to. And I think we could have did a better job at from the school. I think we could have presented that better. Steve, Demir friend Steve, and the one that hold me down, the Carrollton police came and watched the other person beat up on me. And Demir sit up there and watch. Me and him was partner in class with a guy because the Carrollton police came out there. Whatever that is. They came out there and I was like, and the Carrollton police said, it's not my anger. I feel like Soldier Slim and BG. Like, that's my dog. But I don't know you. I don't know you like that. How you, Alex, just doing that? How are you gonna get mad because what I'm doing for my friend Demir, mom and dad? How you gonna get mad? He ain't doing nothing for me. Hold up for a second. And that's jealousy. And that's jealousy, like literal jealousy, man. How you gonna get mad? How you gonna get mad? I'm like, how you gonna get mad because what I'm doing for Demir? They asking me for help. I can take my stimulus check and I'll be like, here, friend. Having it. I'm spending half giving it. I mean, and like, hold up for a second. But I always took care of me in that matter. I always took care of me in that matter. And your needs, you could help them out, but I was on a budget. I had to understand. I gotta get a haircut. I gotta go to Walmart. I'm working at you. I gotta keep my high. Right now, I'm gonna get a haircut right now. With this, I got my other cut. The other money, I'm gonna get a cut again. But I had to understand. I always like, but those things in a maneuver with those things where we had to understand what we going through in those platforms and those things. But I had to take care of my needs first. I gotta make sure cell phone. My mom not giving me money like that. I have to work with what I have in my pocket, and that's what you gotta understand. With the what, if I'm working, I have to work with what I got, and that is as simple as that. And when you're multi-managing your money, when you got your job money, and you're multitasking, you got that, and your mama not getting. Even when I was in she wasn't giving me like that. Even when I was 14, she hold that my this and and I had that check, but I had to be very wise on how I spend it. And we buy mics with it. Or I get my brother to go to a store to buy him a cigarette, go to the store and buy a cigarette. and get Marissa a cigarette because he's stressed out. And his dad didn't like him doing cigarettes, but at the time, Marissa's dad found out that he smoked cigarettes. And he said, okay, it was around that time, yeah. Well, we got a pawn shop right by Perry, and we go get mics. But I told Rick, we will still be friends when we start letting other people get involved. And that complicated the friendship. When we let it, yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. Those things can never be understood. Let me tell you, a relationship, before I talk about this, because we're talking about everything with the Justice Department. Um, when I had to realize an experience I had with somebody, and I dated this girl named Miranda, and we had campers. We did not have sex in the shower, but it was more me kissing on her cheeks 5 times, kissing on her lips 5 times, kissing on her breast, kissing on her stomach, kissing her between her legs, kissing her down there 5 times, and not hold her. And sometimes you would get on a man should get on her knees to kiss down there 5 times in the shower to understand, to appreciate her work and appreciate her woman work. But one thing we had to understand, I had to do it around here. I had to show let's put candles around the the bathroom. And we're not having a light on the thing and have candles around the bathroom, taking a shower in the dark, and those are the things you need to do. But I like, hold up. And the worst thing, my brother never, older brother never keep damn phone. And it used to get me in damn trouble. Like literally, used to get me in trouble. Like literally used to get my ass in trouble. And him texting other people and using my phone. He was out using phone. All right, you texting somebody, you getting my ass in trouble. Like literally, you know your woman gonna go through your damn phone. Go through my damn phone. Oh, he I'm not. Hold up. Like you messing up my damn composure right now. Like you get me more in damn trouble. You get me like literally. Like if my brother need to get on his Facebook, if he needs to message somebody, you get me in damn trouble. Like literally in this relationship, like literally. Like literally. Let me tell you why I told Marissa you needed to be with me because I can watch out for the spirit. Because I told Raphael they got enemies out there. And me doing the research in the mall and doing all of that, we needed to watch out for each other while we was out there in events in Dallas and out there going to the events and interacting with the community in Dallas. I'm putting in my work, but I need to be with you. I can be your sight to watch out for the enemy. So that's why I wanted to come. You hand the CDs, but I'm having your back and watching out because our enemy is in the crowd. They're gonna be there. So when you making money off your CD, that's why I wanted to hang. I wasn't trying to you pass out the CDs and we do all of that. But I needed to watch out for my team and watch out for the spirit. Yeah, you laughing, but that's the thing. I need to make sure my team, and I wish they would have understood that. Like I needed to watch out for my team and make sure my team was safe while they pass out the CDs. I wanted them to have my sight. That's why I wanted Raphael and Cheyenne and everybody to know, like, I want you to have my sight because the enemy out there. They're in competition. And yellow breezing, and that's exactly what I said. So I had to deal with certain things like that, guys. I had to deal with those Manonian So, I had to understand that, but remember, you love your woman. And let me tell you, the most thing I had to get on to, that I had to learn, my baby mama, she got mad at me because I didn't know how to put the scroll up. I said, hold up. We going to Irvin and these two kids in Plano. That when Jamie Foxx Sleepless came out, and these two teenager kids, and what me and my baby mama they taken at the Irvin station the same time Sleeping with Jamie Foxx came out, and the same time that came out, and these two teenagers they all cute. And I go in the mall this year. Last year we go in the mall in Irving Mall, and I passed by that movie, and I remember those teenager kids right there taking a picture of us right there, and that bring a memory. And we went seeing Sleepless, and David had like popcorn all over the place. Kids, they don't have to always clean up after the adults, but the kids is the most thing they would have to clean up if you taking your kid. That's the most important thing if you taking your kids. I'm gonna tell you something. I had to understand this when I had my baby, and I had to understand this. Like I didn't want to get up out of my bed, but your thing is you must listen to what your baby mama said, because all you do is got to make 6 bottles. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I made 6 bottles. I kept the Pampers by my bed, and and I can go my ass back to sleep out your feeling. So let's see, and like hold up, all your baby mamas asking you to do to make the bottle. It's a very crucial thing that you listen to your woman. You listen to her. And most people don't, and I had to realize, oh, I'm new at this. And Shannon got the experience with her mom. So I had to be very understanding of what that means and how understanding, like, and listen, the way to hold the baby when you bathe them, we got the little babe thing, and I got the video. I had to show the Hugh when there and everything when we baby. So that's what is very crucial that you listen to the woman, because the woman got the more of the experience. If you having a baby and you never been a father, but she already got a son, and we men gotta realize that when we never been a father and she have a son, don't get mad at your woman. You have to be able to listen. That it's not controlling. And I had to realize that with Shannon, like, and David was around David, and I had to realize that with Shannon, like, literally, I had to listen to her and do those things in those formats to get the plan. But business, it was other things they were trying to business I had to take care of. But we're not talking about that. But as long as you make those bottles and you do it and keep the pampers in the bag and the side of the bed, you know you're about to sleep. I get up in the morning, throw the bags away. And you always got to put the bags away, do all of those things. And I would get up and do those things and understand those things. But a woman, we men that never had a kid before, and I think it's still much for me to learn about this. I watch my brothers now, but I think it's me, it's still much more to be learned. And I think me taking a baby class, I think it's still much more of what the thing is. Because I watch my son, oh, I don't want that on my hot dog. This and that, and it's been a while when you know the kid's sick and doing those things when he ain't feeling good, and I'm learning those things. So those are the things that we talk about, and we have to understand those things. So those are the things we have to understand. My thing is right now. So that's the understanding. We have to listen. I don't argue with women, but if I'm not dating them, that's a different thing. That's a different story. But it's very crucial that I listen to my woman on certain things, dealing with kids and dealing with babies and dealing with stuff like that. A woman is came out the womb of the son. My son loved my. I tell my mom, who do you love more? Your mom and dad. And my baby mom said, hey, right? And then they say, I love you. Uh, 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 I watch my son get frustrated because Brittany's son, she's very Brittany's daughter, she's very smart. And I hate to see her, she run track. And I hate to see in Atlanta get in trouble. And she's a very intelligent. She need to be out there with the church getting in trouble. She don't need to be out there. And I said, what's going on with your sister? She's too damn smart for that. And I said, what's going on with her? And she too smart for that. So and and those things, I'm like, hold up for a second. And those are the things that we have to blame. But she's too smart for that to be out there with those children. And I really I feel like that. Yeah, I told them they don't want me to have a daughter. My daughter gonna have a sting gun on that ass. They gonna have a sting gun. Hey, they don't want me to have a daughter. Hey, they gonna regret. I tell them they gonna regret it. I tell them they don't want me to have a daughter. I'm gonna give her an electric gun. Zzz, not white. Zzz. You always keep that money. You're gonna have a pocket and you're gonna have this. That's how you're gonna seek off your attacker. Hey, you're gonna have the thing where you can hold your sting gun and you only use it on your attacker. You don't use it for you know. Zzz. I tell my little girl to shop they motherfucker. They look I don't have a girl. But I tell them, I tell them, nah, I'm telling you, they're lucky I don't have a girl. Cause I tell my little girl, look, you have a sting gun on this side. And let me tell you something. And I tell them, you need to shock that motherfucking ass if I have a girl. They'll be like, look, that's how you gonna get your attacker. You gotta be able to tell them that to get their ass with their attacker. You gotta be able to do those things with those formats. Right? I'll be right back. Hey, now people don't know when we was passing CDs out in the community and Mirza got robbed of it. You know, and I told him like, you know, I needed to be there with y'all because I need y'all's sight because the enemy's watching. I know that when I was in the mall and I was talking to people and seeing the spiritual being. So it's a reason why I told my friends, Raphael and everybody, that they was going around invents, we was going around invents and making money off the CDs. We had Target Sheet, we had Wish Your Head Bud, we all had all that. But I was trying to tell Mirza I wanted him to have his own thing. But I had to tell Rick, don't hang out with people that got people that work for these street niggas acting up. They watching and not observing. Your thing is not to be violent with them. They watching. They watch you, right? And like literally, nah, like literally, hey, and I told him that they watching you dumbass niggas. Hey, hey, I ain't dumb it like a long shot. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Yeah, but that's what I did. I had to tell my enemy. I wanted to hang out with my friend, right? Ralphie, and I had to tell him about the situation because the enemies that I wanted to hang out with him. We was passing our CDs, going to events, and doing all of that in 2019. He got robbed after he had all of that money. So, and the people that hang out with him got paid somebody to rob him. And the thing is, I told him what was going to happen. If he's going to cry about it, they robbed me out the music money CD that you made. And this model girl in Dallas, she's a black, she on Mirza's Facebook, and she talking about, oh, he lying to me and say, Hubert, I support you. I don't know what you're mean. I'm seeing these things I'm seeing you communicate with these Dallas women. But you lied to me. Say you down. No, I have your back. No, I don't know what you know. You listening to the streets. You care about a come up. And that's what's gonna get you.
You can't help people that are committed to being pessimistic. Some people.
I believe you, man. Nah, but I tell her, I like her in that conversation, man. I like her in that conversation. Um, you know, I have talked to people in Chicago, New York, Detroit, LA with talent, and everybody was that I make it. Where you want to go? What you want to do? And one thing when I get on live and I get on other, I don't talk about. There's a time that I get on there and I get on first screen and they say Hubert, stop the music. I would play my song. Everybody started using this guy named Kevin. He's a big artist. He had this thing on live me, but he picked other people with jealousy. And you gotta watch out for artists. They say it a part of God, but they not, and they choose the wrong. And Live Me did that. And one of the things I had to make sure that I understand the business. I know Live Me had a problem of telling people doing this. And I say, I'm about to fix this. I'm about to fix this problem right now of Live Me bad behavior. And bad behavior. So I had to understand why you canceling my broadcast for no reason on Live Me, and I've been on Live Me a while, and I just got back on there. And Trump been had my accounts, not a network. Senators got my account, and all of those things. Joe Biden and all the rest of them. So the thing is, people are taking you for granted, and they think they're entitled into somewhere. We've been putting in the work. I'm playing music, and I've been putting in the work. And people in Tennessee, Chicago, and New York, shout out to Bambi. I got it from some. But and I'm watching people with artwork, talent, Jamaica, all over these things. But those things we have to understand in those formats is not about you said, it's about the connection. That what matters the most than any of your lies or what you tell Trap Bar Freddy is about the connection. And I'm not gonna take a courtroom that taunts and antagonizes me and want me to do business with them. And the mayor did what he did. That's not professional. And when I left the Corps in May the 17th, the dude's spiritual side was antagonizing me. He thinking and antagonizing me. And Boosie laughing right now because he's getting away with racism and lies. So that was a one-time thing I asked you about. A one time, and these niggas instead of doing it, they want to get to know that's not going to happen that way. We ain't overseas and doing all that. It's not going to happen though with you non-believers and God. Because the same niggas that they doing that stuff, man, because they got their homeboy in jail with that bullcrap. That was a one-time thing with that lying Boosie. That was a one-time thing. When I asked Joe Biden and Senator Harris and to ask him to spray to the prison and tell Boosie something for me. That was a one-time thing. And you ain't doing it and they still trying to do it. Instead of lying. And y'all believe in these niggas. So you instead of lying, baby, I don't see the money, baby. Until I see money in my hand, I ain't trying to kick it. I ain't trying to do none of that. And I ain't trying to act like I'm hard. I'm being me. You hear me? I ain't trying to do none of that with you. But just let me get my justice from Yellow Breezing. And you say, if I can't take love, baby, you better stay the fuck away from me because you're going to end up dead in that jailhouse, be put to death by the Justice Department. And the only way you're not going to be put to death, Yellow Breezing, because they got a racist agenda. They got a racist agenda. So the only way you're not, I want everything that you took. And plus, I want everything that you took and Boosie with his lines up. That's a pitiful person. That's pitiful. You just pitiful, man. You're pitiful. Y'all just pitiful. And I just sued BT. How about that? How about that? I want BT to know of my action with that racist Yellow Breeze in that city that caught and tagged you scared of your little brother MO3. You dumb and retarded and terrorism, right? And Trap Boy Freddy gonna talk about, oh, we did nothing wrong. Shut up, lie. You was a part of it to come up. You antagonate with the community because you got a problem. And this is about their tax dollars and their social security worker. I'm handling everything with that situation. I'm handling it. I'm handling it. So I'm going to handle you and I'm going to handle Charles and I'm handling Walmart and what word that was said. 1216, the store, and I'm asking them to look at all three cameras from all three stores that I went at in Addison, and I'm suing them for $30 million apiece from all three stores. We done with them, right? God said they don't need me. They said they didn't need me, but God said I don't need you. Racism. God said when we leave with God. God said I leave in the spirit. I want these monopolists to see my enemy. I want these satellites to see my enemy. I will see my enemy by spirit. But I want to tell Texas something. When we leave, I take God with me in the spirit. You have your people, they will still worship God when they not believe. But God said, you leave with me. And I'm with you while they people lie. You leave with me. I want my justice from all three Walmart. I told them what happened at all three Walmart. I want my justice from it. I want my money from it. You say you don't need me. I want Walmart to hit me. You say you don't need me. Racism. You say you don't need me. Racism. That's the thing. You care about your money more than you do the people. But God said, what if we build the same rules that you do? And we do it better than you do? God said, what if I build a Walmart and I do it better than you, right? But I have regular employees that I have them working with them and I pay them, right? Which is nothing I want to give my employees when they understand teamwork and nothing. It was nothing. I won't give them a 50-cent raise, $1, and nothing that I would give them when they understand teamwork. And that's the model I would give. Understanding teamwork, working with anybody. And that's the model. And I won't just give them a 50 cent, $1. No, I need a $5 raise. I do it bigger and better than you. The thing is, God says, otherwise, it's always about doing something bigger and better when it's time to give your employees raises. Not a 50 cent raise, $1 raise. I give them a $5 raise. I do Walmart bigger and better than you ever is. But they need you, right? Like I told that Walmart employee, you want to show that you're in power. I want out of that contract if you at the office and y'all agreeing with it. You took my ideas and you know you took it. They're going to figure it out, right? I have gave them enough time already. But that Justice Department that says something, black, white, color, doesn't matter, I'm about to kick their ass. That is a racist move. You do stuff by law. But Texas ain't playing by law, and you ain't playing by law. And the senators ain't playing by law where racism at. So what I'm about to do, you say some racist words when Texas ain't playing it fair. And the mayor lying. Ask about those calls. I had to figure out more about the business. You get 3,500 for each of your songs. I gave you my network. I gave you my platforms. I gave you the people that I communicated with. I connected with. What else you want? They say, you, but I hope you make it. But God said, there's always a hater. And that money people might don't always want to invest in you. But we have to understand what jealousy and liars, the manipulation in the business. And God said, even though you putting yourself in there, one kid want to say, I want to support you. Well, I want to just bam, bam, bam. But there can always be a hater or somebody that causes conflict in the revenue of the situation or what we're talking about to understand it. So I had to understand what the meaning of those things and understand the meaning of those things to how we stand. But I talk to people all over. I have seen Trump knows it. I talk to people in the UK, Russia, Bosnia, all I can see talent all over, and you telling me that you're a liar, but you don't understand it. And Dallas, no, I want Judge Kennedy arrested, and I want the mayor taken down. But if you don't put him down, that's a racist act. You see, I found out about the 14th Amendment. And you got the nerve to open your mouth again about things you should not be opening about. And that's food to me. But you just showed me you by law, but why they ain't playing it by law? Why the mayor ain't playing it by rules? Why Social Security hang up in our face when we want to be listened to? But if I can talk to people from New York and all over, and they're not the only state that have a problem with neglect and abuse and treating bad. When you want us to stick by the rules, the business got to stick by the rules. Don't fake your love for us and want us there. I just sued Ticket to Work program, right? You want to play with Fire Your Racist community? Want to play with this? Let's do this. You want to make a complaint? Ticket to Work program, guys. So you want to complain? And look at the DFW airports, right? I give you enough time, right? You started this. You started this because you wanted to hear you care about them more than when you want to hear us out. Their opinion matters more. And I see what you stand for. You talk about, I've been participating my whole life. I used to watch my Auntie Shirley, my mom, I go through Superdome, and they wave at me. I've been participating my whole life. Millions have always came to saw me when I was in New Orleans. But you think I had to understand what those things, what the concept of what those things about? We talking about moving, we talking about different topics on those things. I told you, I told kids in school, if I went to school with you and I had to go to school with you, I wear some Payless shoes. I won't have no jewelry on. The thing is to make your enemy look like you don't have it. When I was over the bridge, maybe Adam Salmon, when he was at school and the kids peed himself, they made everybody. Adam Sandler did the same thing, right? So when Adam Sandler complained and he had to go back to school, and the kids peed his pants at the school, but he took his thing and he poured water on that and make it see, and he made it seem like it was cool. Right now, I got two down shoes. Really, I just brought them. My son wrecked them up. I don't got jewelry as them. I ain't flashing my money, but that not should matter. The way you handle yourself and where you approach. Don't focus on the ones with the jewelry and the money. Focus on the ones that keep going and all about that. Because if you focus on them with the jewelry and the money, you'll never be successful. Your goal is to focus on the one that don't have it the most and ain't stunting like that. Because that guy said, I don't even look like it when I pass the bridge. If I was in school with y'all right now, kids, I have some Payless shoes, I have some light up shoes, and I have some light up shoes, and I go to I shop at Walmart. I'm not people know me in Carrollton, like Ricky cousin Cody. He worked for Walmart, Cody, and all of that. He worked for Walmart. I heard him a long time ago say something. Ricky cousin Cody, he's white. And I heard him say something. You always changing your style. I never know how you feel. I go to the mall and I get these vests like ball these vests. We go to Old Navy and we shop in the Galleria Mall with my class, and I go get a vest. And if it's summertime, I'm gonna wear a sleeve and I got a vest and I got my little vest, a little jacket, a little vest, and I zip it up. And Bow Wow and them had those vests very popular. The little vest, not like a sleeve vest, and it's like a zipper, but it's not like a bulletproof vest. It's something that you can style with. And I go to Old Navy and I shop in the mall, in the top of the mall. And I'm always looking at these vests, you know. And I'm always changing things up. And I'm right now we still trying to figure out how we can change more of it up and understanding things that we understand, right? So those are the things with that situation. But I've been connected and they put me through a lot of things I should not have to go through. I should not have to go through. And it's Trump had my account, not a net worth center. And he a person will lie because they don't want to get caught on what they did. I'm not hanging out. I'm not trying to work at a job. We're gonna do us. I'm not trying to do none of those things. And I'm gonna tell the Justice Department, you say you didn't need me, right? I don't need you. God said, I don't need your racism. But it's gonna take me time to build stores, right? So the understanding of that, what we deal with in those formats, customers, people that say they need stores, why they close, because they think about themselves. You gotta understand. They don't care about what another customer's going through. When I sat with Xavier and Xavier treat me bad, the customer's spirit behavior with Xavier, you're gonna have to identify what they did. So we're gonna have to identify those meanings of those behaviors, right? And we need to make it a law. Any employees, black or white, saying racist thing towards a disability, they need to be arrested. That's where we need to make it a law. It doesn't matter if you work there. You need to be arrested for racism. Black employee or any of them. Antagonism is what's going on. When I was at this Walmart over there, my antagonism. A person will laugh and antagonate you while they did something to you that day. And when you come back in Walmart, they will keep doing it and antagonate. It doesn't matter if we complain as a customer, but it matters at the antagonization keep going on after we make that complaint. So we have to understand these customers care about themselves when they want their Walmart, but other people's voices not being heard in that format. And you have to, I don't know, I care about my respect. I care about how I get treated. And I'm to a point where I'm not willing to go to Walmart anymore and go to any of those things. I'm going to go to the civil rights at the Justice Department and write down everything. I'm not willing to call you about, and they say nobody cares about that stuff. I was in data trade. Nobody cares about that stuff but you. But if you want to get treated bad and people care about themselves and this and that, let me tell you something. I'm talking to this kid in over there. He talks about 9/11. I say 9/11 could have been avoided. He said, I don't think it had. Yeah, if we would have looked out for the spirit of everyone. If everybody would have loved each other and did the things that we needed to do and saw the facial expression of the spirit of the body motion, something, now it doesn't matter what they have on, but something is not right in the body or the spirit of what we observe and what we do about those things and how we do things. So we have to understand those things and those platforms and how those things is in those format plans. If I was in school, I wear some pin at school. I have a little fake little chain on. If that was the and y'all have a chain with me. It's not about those things. It's let your spirit shine. People gonna criticize you all day long. That's just the way it is. When I was in New Orleans before I left in Metairie, I found out I wasn't even supposed to be in high school. And I found out that when they started, and it wasn't adding up in the New Orleans school system, and they started talking to the Texas school. No, he's in a, he don't. And I was on a middle school campus, on a high school. You got a middle school campus, you got a high school campus. My cousin that's here, they left before I did. When I graduated after that, a year later after they left. So I was in middle school. So, I was on a middle school. If I would have stayed in Plano, I would have went to the same school they went to. And those are the things if my cousin, they from here, and they stay here. They from New Orleans, but they stay here. So I would have went to the same, but that didn't go that when I moved to Carrollton. So things turned a little different from that format. We would shine, we would do things bright, we would have fun, we would do all of those things. But I tell these kids, I had a problem with math, borrowing numbers. I got to borrow that number that I got to do. The thing is about mathematics and money. And what I had to do to learn how to count money, my teacher would tell us to write the timetable, get the like 5, 10, 15, 20 timetable, and we will put the money aside the timetable, right? The ones are different. But if you got fives and tens and 15s and 20, you're gonna put the fives under the tens timetable. No, the five under the five. Like the thing, you know what I mean? Under the tens. That's another five, 10. Then another 5 is 20. I'm trying to get you. We're going to use the fives. My teacher used to give me 30 sheets of paper. And she used to tell me, Hubert, I want you to count all your 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 130. And sometimes she would get me to count to 30,000. And sometimes, if we didn't finish in that first period of class, I have to do that again. We all learning, and sometimes I use material things. And I told my son in mathematics, you can use things in your house. Your house is your playground. And my teacher taught me that too. My things, if I'm not using marks and lines, that division, all of those things, those equations, all of them, I can um division and lines and all of it. Your house is your math. And we often don't realize something where you're running out of hands. All right, you're running out of hands. All right, let's use these things to count what you need. Those things can help us in a major way. And I tell these other kids, don't like it. I had a problem. You know what? I had like 4 more years left of Miss Lynn. Miss Lynn had an evaluation. She said, Hubert, do this. But she know, she looked at me and said, you know that damn thing. But when kids tell me on my thing, I don't feel like doing it, I don't talk about it. I understand how you feel when I have to borrow a number. I can do it again. It ain't nothing for me to go get a math book and go to Bowles and Noble. I'm going tomorrow morning, I'm going up there to the library and get my thing. But it ain't nothing to go up to Bowles and Noble, get some cards and start getting the mathematics books and start borrowing numbers. Miss Linda, like, she looked at me that last day, last 2 weeks, and she like, you know that damn. I hate that I have to put a number on the top of a number, and I have to. Then if you have to put another number, you have to put it on that. Those are the things that we have to understand, right? Those are the things that we have to understand in the concept of. One thing I remember when I was on the West Bank and I figured out something that was in there. On the West Bank, I used to step on all 50 states. Now my nanny stayed right between the fence by the gym. And my nanny was the type of person that had a lot of plastic on her furniture. Lord have mercy, Larry on and all the rest of them. Oh, my nanny used to, oh man, like when we cut up in school, she used to come and get us. Oh, she come to right to Berman and when my mama used to work. And oh man, like it ain't nothing for her to come right and she stayed right by the gate, where the playground at, the gym and there and at the right and you got the gate and she stayed right there. And she was like my nanny had plastic on everything with my auntie Laura. And if we waste something on a plastic, we get oh man, they did not allow us to. Oh boy, my nanny, boy look, my auntie Laura, I love her and I miss her. And my cousin Chad, he in Arlington, and we growed up, and sometimes we used to be at home. But my cousin Chad, and I love her, I miss my auntie Laura. My auntie Laura sent something to me while when I was in Atlanta, and she said something to, to take care of your responsibility with my grandma. And she said something before she died when she sent that gift to me. Is make sure your kid and be there for me, take care of and that's what she said before she died to me. While she sent me the gift and I talked to her and things. And my cousin Chad had every damn game Sega Genesis. Um um man, Nintendo. He had everything. And we used to sit over there and sleep at the couch. My cousin Chad had everything. My auntie Laura worked mighty hard, and those things, man, where uh, and you gotta understand with my auntie Laura, she don't play either, and my auntie Laura had challenges, and she used to tell me, Hugo, I understand where you're coming from, and she when T Pain was going through something, his auntie knocked his head down, and my auntie Laura did the same thing, and they had to climb through the balcony to get her to go through that. You know, it was so much more different than that with me, and because my auntie Laura would make grits, cheese grits for me. We both love Red Lobster. We both love Red Lobster. Red Lobster. Me and her both love it, and but and she's a great cooker too. My mama cooked her, my auntie Laura cooked her, and all the rest of them, man, we all love. And my auntie Shirley have these little cupcakes that she makes, and she don't really do events no more like she used to do it, and have get-togethers anymore like she used to do it. And that's the baddest thing right now, where in New Orleans, where she used to get together and do like Thanksgiving parties, and she don't do that no more. And that's one of the things I hate when I go by my auntie Shirley. She don't really do it anymore. And while we was in New Orleans, she don't really do it like if she did it now. We would come down there, but she don't really do it no more. And she had these little things that she made, and all of those things, and oh man, her cooking too is good. My auntie Shirley cooking is good. Now I would love for her and Chris and the rest of them to come together, and my stepdad and them, and come together to do a business. But that would be good as hell. Man, everybody, me and Chris used to tell me, I need you to take this fish. I love catfish. I'm from New Orleans. Lord, Grizz, man, look, Grizz cooked some catfish, and we already know when Grizz out there in the catfish. We already know when Grizz out there in the catfish. You know, those things have to understand, and those things, right? Um, but Grizz was my mentor. He was my mentor, and if J Lo said something about who you want at your corporate office, I would like Grizz if anybody can find, because he was really my mentor. He took me across the street at the other building, across the street from 1216. He took me to Home Depot, and we picked out tools. He wanted to show me, and I wanted him to know all that work you worked on me, it didn't go unnoticed. And you gotta all that work that you worked on me, it didn't go unnoticed. All the time you put into me, Chris, and it didn't go unnoticed. And I respect him more than I respect Charles. And they're gonna be able to see the spiritual side when Charles racism walked away from me. And even when I was shopping there, they need to look at that. When I stopped hanging out with Raymond, like people don't know I was still in school, like literally, like I was still in school with Jasmine. Everybody don't know me. Like I'm still in school, like literally, still in school. Like nobody understands things. And really, when you would take the work program in your school, that ties with the school. So we're moving on up, and people don't know that, like, literally, how I was able to keep going like the way I do. And people don't know, like, ticket the work program. And I don't know if they really know that, but that ties into the moving on up in school and transitioning after you get out the Mary Grimes in there. After you get out the Mary Grimes in there. Now, Angelica used to get on me because the mirror got robbed out of stuff. I did some bro shot. Rest in peace to my brother, bro Marcus. I love you to death. Thank you for giving me that dream. If Danny would have known, and Miles would have known what the dream I had. Miles and Danny and bro, I had a dream about my boy Marcus. He died of cancer, and Danny gave him his thing. That still wasn't enough to save him. Like, it still wasn't enough to save Marcus. And even though he gave him his kidney, it still was enough to save him. And I had a dream that bro said I stamp certify you. Demir got robbed by Newman Smith, Demir's friends that went to Newman Smith. And he's Demir comes straight up when I'm giving him weed, and I don't, you know, Marcus before bro died, he always gave me extra. I never had to put in more than I should. He always give me extra, so but I put in a little extra for you. And but you handing people weed and stuff, and they getting robbed of it. You come, then you want me to put you on more, and you get mad at me. What makes you think you ain't gonna get robbed again? Where Demir friends from Newman Smith rob you again. I'm still in school and nobody understands these things of the concept of it. I was even still protected when I was at U-Haul and Mary Grimes on any school camp. People don't even know the things because that ties into the ticket to work program in school. They don't even know, they filled out a job. The guy said one time in an interview, and I remember I had to talk to Miss Lawler. I had to talk to Miss Miller. I had to do all of these things when they're not being that talkative from the Ticket to Work program. And we have to do more of the talking or them just filling out the application. I don't see what you're doing, Governor Abbott. I don't see what you're doing, and Governor Abbott don't understand it. I don't see what Ticket to Work program doing. I don't see what you're doing, and we got to put up with all the nonsense. I don't see what you're doing. And I had a girl in Dallas, she got 3 babies. And another girl that used to go and call Albert in Dallas. And we used to walk the streets in Carrollton. She come and get me in her car and she helped me with food. But the intimidation of the connection of everybody looking at us, it made us uncomfortable. In Carrollton, Texas, I'm in library. This black girl come from Dallas. I forgot her name. And it made us uncomfortable because everybody looking at intimidation. A woman got to be strong. I told my brother, I can't be the only one dealing with Sabina and dealing with them. Christina, we by the 7-Eleven, she let another friend intimidate her. A woman have to know her power with her man. I told my brother, I can't be the only one that's strong in this relationship. And I had to talk to my brother. And we understand, say, Hubert, I'm sorry for the thing and all of that. But we can't be the only one that's strong in this relationship. I've ever, and I have to answer to people, and I'm like, hold up. You really turn and since the Social Security, I can let certain people get away with stuff. When we decide to walk away from nonsense and a society decide they want to speak up, and that's what y'all did. When we walk away from racism and then you start asking questions, right? The racism society of the black and white, right? But Governor Abbott got the pair of because you did what you wasn't supposed to do with Trump, but you care about your community and listening to them when it comes to disability. We don't matter. Our point of views don't matter how we being treated and how we being treated. That don't matter how we being treated. So I have to understand those things where I have to. I'm getting tired of giving you chances. And Governor Abbott put that stunt in that mall. No, you want to play? Let's play it. God say, I told you when I was at Newman Smith, I learned about the legend. You know why I always with that guy in Baltimore? I say, weather reward that when I worked when I was 14. I don't know about that, right? You can't even award me, acknowledge me working at 14, 15 at big lots where they take from us while we work, right? But you can't acknowledge me for it. Me and this guy in Baltimore all good about it. Are we gonna have a conversation why they always winning and we have to lose most of the time? God tell me something. Y'all are taking y'all gifts for granted. And God said, I can give it to the ones that really cry out for me the most. That guy said on the show, he said, oh, Ed Baker, you the Ed Baker. He better watch when he's sitting up there with 40 and 50-year-old people. He better watch what he say. Because you don't do what God tells you to do. You the Ed Baker. You are no God's different thing. You see things and you see the world, but you use his name for profit gain, but you don't acknowledge what you see to address it. And those things have to be where you a problem where you make it for profit and you so busy paying attention to yourself. You the act maker. You the manipulator that's getting where you're trying to go. And those format, this guy, he got black dreads. Stop it. What God said, what you know what you see. The reason why we are mental, because we know what we go through, we know what we see out the spiritual behavior. And that's the biggest threat that we have. And then no, a lady gonna get on the news and say, I never noticed nothing. You're a liar. You choose not to notice nothing. You choose to lie in front of the TVs and lie about what you know, what you see, and that's why you're mental. That's why you suffer. We are the fault that we put ourselves in the depression that we are in. We are fault that we put ourselves in that depression that we are in, and we don't know how to wake up to it because you're scared because our other black people want to terrorize us. And 9/11 could have been involved. And it could have, if you would have carefully, and Ice Cube said, they're trying to make us care. And another black guy, he got on TV and YouTube, and you are giving him that, you're giving that enemy that fire because he don't want you to care. A guy got on Dallas in 2000, all that good won't be good for society. God said you don't want America to have peace and everybody to be winning. You don't want that. You the way you think, you don't want everybody to be winning in America. The way you think, the way you see the world, you don't want us to be. And that's what he said in 2000. The black guy, all that goodness won't be good for America. No, you don't want every America to win. And one guy said, you trying to make America Yes, we all can be right there, but the understanding of those platforms that you don't understand it, you're not willing to believe that we all deserve to win with God. We all deserve to have those things, to understand those prospers and those things. Nobody should not be jealous of having them. You know, I read a story about Drake and Kanye West when they were signed. He wanted to sign him for. Now, if I was signed to Kanye West, I'd be like, I'm gonna stay humble. My thing is to listen to Kanye West. When I stay with that, right? That's my thing. If I'm signed to good music, right? That's my thing. If I'm on Kanye West team, to listen, not to argue. And my thing is with Kanye West, I have to understand Kanye West been in the business long. And you have to understand that, matter of fact, if Kanye West, no, you never bite the hand that been in the bin. Everybody say they don't want you to win, they want to take your loss. Can you maintain while you on Kanye West label? That's the goal. Can you maintain and listen and tell you this way to move and this way to move and that way to move? Can you listen while you maintain it? I listened to somebody with a woman that was signed for Rockefeller. She wanted to get out of our contract. And but you think Young Jeezy artists, they didn't want you to win. Is you producing and keep coming out? Are you slacking? What are you doing? Are you slacking? You gotta find you something to do. He don't. It's not that he don't want you to win. I worked at Toys R Us, and Miss Brittany and them in Louisville and all the rest of them. You know, they really wanted me there, and they called and checked up on everything in Louisville before it closed down, right? But they saw me slacking, and I had to tell them, "Can you give me some more hours while I go through the transition with Walmart through Social Security?" And they saw me when I approached them and I asked them, they started giving me more hours. I never had a problem with Toys R Us, so I want to open up a Toys R Us one day, and I would love my son to work there because they know how to be a family. Nobody, and I was able to take that bending. I was this person in Louisville was here when he left to know that his work, what he taught me, didn't go in vain. The bender. Oh man, I wish he was so here. Robert Face was jealous. He don't even know. Like the bender at Louisville, when he taught me somehow to bend, how to stop, more at a faster pace, and we all learn our own way. And we had the same thing that Walmart got the letters, and we all learned our own way at Toys R Us. We started at Toys R Us to put letters in there. And we started to use that by the letters and the alphabet and the numbers. So when we get the products and all of those things in Louisville, and I gotta thank them because they called and asked, they was worried about me. But I was going through Social Security, and me being up there trying to, I didn't have the funds, and I'm doing this in Social Security, and I'm going through racism. Toys R Us wasn't a problem, and I was going through certain things. The train on run at a certain time. These things causing problems. Even the DFW people that work at DFW and they maintenance, they having problems because they got to be there at 4 something o'clock at the airport, and the train don't run to about 6 something to get to DFW. 6 or 5 something, they gotta be there at 3 o'clock. When I'm talking to the maintenance, the girls on the maintenance at DFW, and they wanted me to come to their team like you, but that other guy saw that as a threat, and I wanted to come to their team. I wanted to come to the DFW maintenance team, and they stay in South Dallas. And I wanted to come to their team like he would come and work for us. But that racist manager saw conflict. And the black employee for smart cards saw conflict. You know what I'm saying? And those things, and people think we had it easy and you complaining, but you don't know what y'all put us through. And those are the things that we have to understand. Like Miss Tammany, I saw this guy roll his eyes in the middle of the line. Governor Abbott, you the government, right? You can get the cameras You got my check stuff from 2017, right? But let me tell you at DFW, when I'm talking to kids and I see, hey, how you doing? And they smile, let me help you with your luggage and let me help you with the smart cards. The main thing this guy said, smart cards, he had the nerve to say one employee walked off the clock and stole the money, and the cops said, I see why they stole it, because your dumb racist behavior. You know, Miss Tammy said something. She said when he didn't call me back and he kept his employee. This is, and people want you to forgive why they still be racist, why they can do it again. I'm not giving you that chance, DFW. I'm telling Governor Abbott, I'm not giving you that chance. I'm not giving Governor Abbott that chance. I worked at Smart Cards. Miss Tammy, you know, he told me to walk away, and he had a racist attitude. He didn't want me there the first day, but they will fake their love for us and play like they want us in there. And that's what these business. I'm not going down this road with you. Governor Abbott, there's nothing to do with Dallas. There's nothing to do with the mayor. There's nothing to do with your community. Your community, your business want to change. I'm asking for something. I'm asking for something. $4,000. I'm asking for something. I'm gonna ask you for something again. I'm asking for something. They can have it with their racist lying black people and that white man at DFW airport. You got the cameras. Look at my check stubs. And I want you the government, right? You want that? Look at it. I want you to see when I first went into orientation, see that white man, see that black man, jealousy. See what that man coming. I deal with customers before. And I had to understand, I have to make the customers smile even when they kids and I see them smile. You know what they call me? That black man that was jealous. And I know I ain't that because I worked in customer service. When I see kids with toys and jealousy coming from smart cards, how can I help you with the balls play basketball? When I saw other kids in there, I didn't get mad at them playing with the basketball and Walmart. How y'all doing? As long as y'all stand out of trouble and not stealing them, you can play on the bikes all you want. My kid wanted the bike. I took my kid to the Walmart and he wanted the bike. He wanted to get the feeling for the bike. So that didn't matter to me. But when black people start assuming things and start calling things out as a black man and racism at DFW, that's what's going on here. But I didn't have that at the American Airlines Center and at the international side. We got along. They wanted me to be on their team. Me and this lady talk. I didn't. It's the smart cards. That's the people that I had the problem with. That's the racism. They faking their love for us. And I'm not taking no for an answer. God is not taking no for an answer. He's not taking all for your community. We're not taking no, and they wanna lie and have their problems and their attitude. No, this is us. This is about us, God said. This is about us. DFW, and shout out to the people that sell the tickets. You know what this guy told me? He said, Hubert, look at all of the people that I talked to. And he tried to get me to talk to him. But this man saw jealousy. You know what Miss Tammy said when she called me? And she told that racist white man and that black person, he knows my brother at DFW, right? He saw me at the 7-Eleven. He know my brother D, right? That work at Smart, you know he stared at me at that 7-Eleven, right? That I got arrested at and he stared at me, right? What if I tell you to look at the cameras? Look at that same person that he's black and he got an attitude because he was racist, right? He was shocked to know that was my brother, right? Right? He was shocked to know that was my brother, right? Look at the 7-Eleven where the guy say in the business where the camera at. When I got into a fight at that 7-Eleven where I got stopped at that in the camp. on Midway when I got arrested in 2019. Go back. I want you to see something around that time. God said, I want you to go back and see how that black racist man was acting. I want you to go back. God said, I want you to go back. I want the justice to pin man to hear me. I want you to go back and see all of my thing at that 7-Eleven. And I want you to see a black person. I want you to see the truth, God said. The truth out of it. The truth out of it. I want you to see it out of it. No, Mr. Troy. Troy was my barber. Troy, he had a barber shop. And he used to always tell me, Hubert, they like you, give him a chance. But the more I give women a chance, they go to the next nigga. Troy used to always cut me. He used to always be by Smith, across the street by the graduate, where they have graduation. They have the church, and they have the party city and all the rest of it over there in Carrollton, Texas. And Rick worked at that party city. They had the hair salon, they got all of that, and you got the gas station. They had all of those things. But Troy used to tell me, you're going to find it. But the women, the way they act, that's not my fault. We can be patient on where we want to go and be patient, but they so busy choosing and doing what they do. So it takes a man, why a man, and I'm hey, the girl that said on Twitter, she said when I was twittering everybody, Ice Cube and everybody on Twitter in the NBA in the women league, and I came up with ideas for them. And the girl that said, I've been with a lot of guys that didn't treat me right, she's gonna show me. I'm not gonna give these women a chance. I'm not giving them a chance. Until Governor Abbott keep putting, if these fake women keep doing with it, I'm not gonna give a business chance to lock my spirit down with racism. I'm not giving you no more that chance. This is me. I'm not giving you that chance no more. I'm not giving you that chance no more. They can call me greedy. They can call me what they want. We going back to school. We doing things. We focus. I've always focused on school. But when Job Court denied me while my teacher 3 times in school, they believe in me. And I know that's a purpose. Miss Dolores believed in me. And I'm not going to let Texas make a fool out of me. I'm not going to let them make a fool out of me. My teachers and them and everybody put too much work in me for you. The same time I was going to Creekview and I'm talking to this girl I'm at going to Creekview and that never grinds. But I'm still a Newman. I had 2 times to graduate at Newman Smith. That graduation picture not active. That graduation picture is not active in that Newman Smith. And people think with Big Nick and that is not active. So that's what we doing, right? That's the understanding we doing, right? We have to understand what those confirmations and how we do things, right? Those things that we have to understand and we do things and how things are compromised. But I'm not gonna play this game with you and let you ruin me and lie. And she turned and laughed. The state attorneys, they better stay away from me. We walking away from your lies and trying to break my mindset. We walking away from racism lies. I don't think that would stop your rights. Because they could say the jurisdiction in there. I don't think that would never harm your rights. It would never harm your rights. They would talk to each other in the computer. Hold up. Where he's from? Hmm. So I want the understanding of it. Let me tell you, we talk about many things. Remember, I want a woman to give me permission to touch her. If not, baby, I stay to myself and keep my money to myself. I want a woman to give me permission. If she can't give me permission, I don't know what to tell you. That's the problem. A woman gotta give you permission. And I don't want a woman to feel like just because I have money that'll make me force something. No, I want you to give me permission. Lean on me like you lean on God. Lean on me like you lean on God. Hug me like you love God. Understand me. They say they love Boosie like they love Tupac. But who gonna love me like they love God? And that's the understanding of those things. I've been out here talking to y'all all night. I can feel your spirit in the car moving at 142. I can hear your car. I can hear the sounds of your car outside in the spirit of you passing through in your car. It's something with God catch on to the spirit.